All right. It is Sunday night. How come I got the monitor facing that way? Give me a second, guys. Okay, cool. There we go. So I can see myself. I want to see me too. There we go. Shout out to you guys. Your girl Andrea will be here in a moment, and our girl Chantelle will be here in a moment. We're going to give Chantelle a few moments to get herself on track. She just finished doing her live stream, so a lot of people that were over there will be coming over here with Andrea and I. Shout out to you guys being here. We got 56 people in the building. Click that like button. We like you. Make sure you like us too, because you already know.
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth, oh yeah.
You already know Oprah is coming next. So make sure that you click that like button. Shout out to you guys being here. We're going to get ready to do these shout outs. Our guest is here. Give her some time to just wind down and get herself in order. But shout out to you guys that are here. We got a great show tonight. We've got questions that we're going to ask our girl about her journey, you know, as a Jamaican woman to the States, as well as we're going to be asking her about, we got your girl, Andrea. Okay. We got your girl, Andrea, here in the building. Okay, we had your girl, Andrea, here in the building. But at the end of the day, guys, shout out to all you guys that are here. And let me scroll down and get to these shout outs. Here we go. We'll start with the first super chat from my man, Love W. Shout out to you, brother. In the building, representing. Shout out to you being here. All right. And my man, Black Nubian, in the building. Shout out to you. Them Canadian boys are at it again.
He said, oh, Canada.
Yes, sir.
He said, oh, Canada.
All right. We got your girl here. Finally. Sounding good. Sounding clear and crisp.
I don't put this one because of the country.
Okay. How everything is good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Let's get ready to let you finish off these shout outs then. We're gonna scroll back up. I already did the super chats.
Okay.
And so let's scroll here. Mouse has been acting up lately, but I'm gonna get that on track. There you go.
Okay, hello everybody. Yeah, okay, you got the super chat. Thank you so much for the people start coming to the live stream.
We got 91 in the building. Click that like button. We like you. Make sure you like us too, because you already know.
And you say Shot City.
Uh-oh, wrong one.
Oprah coming next.
That's what we want. Shout out to you guys being here.
Yeah, thank you so much, you guys, for starting coming to the live stream. Great week for
You
you.
have a shout out to the names?
Yeah, wait a second. Okay, yeah, Future King. Let's remind me another a rapper. Tevin, thank you so much for being here.
Shout out to Tevin.
Cleveland boys.
Them Cleveland boys in the building. Yes, we are. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sam. Yes, sir. He said waiting and
intro
whistling to the intro. Shout out to you, brother.
Buenos dias. Actually, it's good night. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. See. Now we're at that. That's a good statement. Go back to Buenos dias.
Mm-hmm.
Break down for guys that don't know the difference between Buenos dias, Buenas tardes, Buenas noches. Like, what time does it when you start saying Buenas tardes, or what time do you start saying Buenas noches, the good evening? Like, does the sun go? Is it doing when the sun goes down, or is it at 12 o'clock? Do you start saying good afternoon? Or
Buenos dias, yes, of course, it's in the morning.
right?
Buenas tardes is start at 12 p.m.
Okay.
Buenas tardes. And buenas noches start at 6 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Angela, thank you so much for being here. We got Chantelle in a moment.
Yes, we'll have her on in a split second. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Willie. Sorry.
Shout out to Willie.
TJ.
In the building. as well as my man LJL in the building, always representing.
Café es bueno. When I grew up, I want to be like Dre.
When I grow up, I want to be like Dre.
Okay. Raya, thank you so much for being here. Salutes Dre, Andrea, Chantelle, and the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button.
Shout out to International Passport in the building as well. IQS. Sean D. Oh, my bad. Let me just go ahead. Go. Sean D. Upshaw in the building as well as Rodri. Shout out to you, Rodri.
Yeah, thank you so much. You too. It's a habit.
Yep. Shout out to Joe. And YouTubing is a habit. It is a habit. He's not lying. It's addictive.
Yeah, thank you so much, Joe. Andrea made a cameo appearance.
All right. Yeah. I was just over Chantelle's as well. She was talking about the movie. Now I'm really hyped about going to see the Bob Marley movie. Now that she's given her stamp of approval in regards to the movie, the atmosphere, the accents. When she was talking, I was thinking about when they made the Colombian movie. Disney made the Colombian movie, and all the little things that they did to let you know that they did their homework about Colombia. Just little things that you were like, only in Colombia you would see somebody do that little facial gesture, and it was a cartoon, Disney movie. And so for them to do those, make sure that they did their homework. I like that Chantelle was just telling that guys go see the movie. They really did a good job with the acting, the actresses, as well as doing their homework.
Good luck. Thank you so much for being here.
Them Detroit boys.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Don't play with me. You already know. And we got our girl in the building.
Stone me if you must, but point out where I lied. Stone me if you must, but point out where I lied.
She didn't think I was gonna have that. She didn't think when she said that. I said, "Oh, I got to clip that one."
Okay, Christopher, thank you so much for being here. Your brother say Chantelle, equal beauty and brains, respectfully.
Yes.
Chalupe, he say, you all remember that this is Dre's last show for this week. Of course, you know that you boy having a little procedure this Tuesday, so he's gonna be off.
I've got throat surgery
for the rest of the days, for the rest of the week.
So that means Andrea will be here this week, and I'll be back with you guys next week. But I can't.
But you boy can talk loud.
I can't talk loud anymore.
Like the way that you're doing right now is perfect. Seriously, if I hear Andrew talking, we got a problem for real.
Yeah. That's what happened. From throwing my voice for the last 5 years. This week, just passed, is our 5th year anniversary on YouTube. So it's been 5 years of us, me yelling into microphones, and my throat said, "Okay."
Yeah.
So like a school teacher yelling at the students for so many years. So now I've got little laser surgery. It's only 15 minutes long.
15 minutes. Yeah. Okay, International Quiet Storm, he said, remember spelling Colombia, respect Andrea's beautiful country, and don't misspell it with a South Carolina city. That's
right. Make sure you guys spell it with 2 O's, no U in Colombia.
Yeah. You say classy live stream, collab in the making. Happy I'm here. David, thank you so much for being here. Thank you a lot. Salute to Dre and the lovely Mrs. Andrea from one of those Toronto, Canada boys.
All right, here we go. Let me hit that Canada for you guys real quick. And Canadian boys at it again. There we go.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, "Oh, Canada."
Oh, Canada.
Fisher King? Yeah, I know. Yeah, thank you so much, David, for being here.
All right. And I know we won't have time to give all the shout outs. Shout out to my man Uriah in the building representing
124 people. So
yeah, we got 124 in the building. Make sure that you guys if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Click that like button. If you're not a member yet, right at the top of the chat, you can click on the member and you can support the channel. Thank you guys for the Patreons and the super chats this evening.
Will, for your donation.
Shout out to Will, them Ohio players, them Cleveland boys at it again. Shout out to you. And so Grand Rapids, Michigan in the building. So, and Ghostface, my uncle's in here. Shout out to Detroit. Jeffrey.
What the?
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't
He's saying
play
in
with me.
Espanol what he's saying.
That's
over
what he
there.
said.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my God.
We're about
Okay, you guys.
We're about
yeah.
to focus on bringing our guests on, guys. Continue with those super chats. Continue to show the love. Thank you, Mark, for becoming a new member. Thank you very much for joining us. Our membership is growing and continue to grow. Thank you very much. And remember, like IQS says, do not misspell Colombia. It is not a U. It is 2 O's. Shout out to you. He said, do you have anything for us, Texas brothers? Come on, let me see if I got something for them Texas folks. You know I got something for you, Texas folks. We got a special guest here. She has not only been a supporter of when it comes to us all having better health, getting ourselves on track when it comes mentally and physically. She has a YouTube channel that centers around that, but she also focuses around the health of Black love and relationships, no matter what race actually it is. And she's been an advocate ever since she's been on YouTube of those of us that have said, listen, if you don't find love in your home country, you might find love in another country. And she's always been supportive. Beautiful woman, beautiful behavior. If we could define ladylikeness in this, if we have more women in the States like this, sister, it might not be as many brothers just rolling out with these passports. But since there isn't, and she's one of a kind, or just very few of her out there, shout out to Crimson Cure as well. We just want to bring on and just show our loving appreciation for our sister and our fellow YouTuber, Chantelle Simone. Let's bring her on.
Hey guys, hey.
Hey, how you doing today?
Good. I can't believe this is my first time here.
I can't believe it either. As many times as I've been watching you and your content, and we've been sharing your content over here, it is so great to see you, and especially since this is a time period where you're kind of like taking somewhat of a hiatus when it comes to YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My show earlier was just explaining why I'm taking a step back from YouTube and protecting my peace, basically.
Can you give our audience who hadn't had a chance to see that episode just a little bit of clarity on what you shared this evening regarding you stepping away from YouTube?
Of course. First of all, can you guys hear me? Is my mic fine?
Yeah, perfectly.
Yeah? Okay. Well, I've been doing YouTube for almost 3-4 years now, 3.5, 4 years. And it can get very draining, especially with the topics that we talk about. I'm sure you guys know, you get a lot of backlash from something as simple as encouraging men to go where they're loved, go where they're respected, or scratch that, go where you find peace, right? Because even if you're not using your passport for relationship, but you just go where it's more peaceful, you get a lot of backlash from that. And to me, it's been draining to my energy. And I figure that the best solution would be to just take a step back. So not necessarily get rid of YouTube, but just not be as active as I've been in the past.
It's funny that you would say that. I was watching, I think I was just staying up one night, and I was just watching a bunch of content, and it was so draining. I think I mentioned this to Andrea that I was like, I got to take a couple of days away from. It was either you I was mentioning it to, or someone else that I was mentioning. I need to take a couple of days away from certain types of content in the relationship realm. It's draining. It's one thing for us to talk about international travel, how to do it safely, things like that, places to go to. So that's a safe place for us in regards to our content. But when it comes to talking about relationships and what's going on in the States and men versus women and all that, you're absolutely correct. That could be draining.
Yeah. And then the backlash that you get from having conversation that you would think shouldn't cause a lot of backlash. You will think saying, hey, how can we better ourselves? If we want a specific kind of man, what does that man want from us? How can we become what that man wants? And you will think that, that would, because you want that man, right? So you would think that you'll be open to hearing that conversation or having that conversation, and to just be faced with a lot of hate. There's only so much a person can take. And as I was saying on the live stream, there's only so much a feminine energy can take, because men can take the hate, they were built for it, right? But to just protect my peace of mind, the best thing to do is just take a step back.
So let me ask you. Go ahead, babe.
No. What you say, hello, Chantelle. Nice to meet you. What you say is completely true because we experience that here. Sometimes it's just perfect example. One day, it just happened this year, I think. Andrea say, I'm tired. I need to sleep, babe. You remember that you spent like at least 2 or 3 days just sleeping. Like he wakes up just for eat and back to sleep and sleep all day. And I say, babe, you mentally tired because obviously all the information as a content creators, you got so much information. You got the stress that is leaving the world, comments, people, all of that. So you literally it's just like like drying.
Yeah,
like,
just drain.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Andrew experienced that when he said I'm tired, and you spent like 3 days just sleeping, you guys, just sleeping because he got so much information in his head, in his mind that he couldn't handle it anymore.
Yeah, it was, and a lot of it people don't realize is also, as you could attest to, Chantelle, it's also the little strain of when the cameras are off. A lot of it is stressful, from learning the new equipment to learning the new AI that's out there, to learning the new software, to what equipment that you know, what microphone, what camera, what people don't realize how many hours that YouTubers really put in. And if you're a YouTuber that's not doing it full time, you still got a full-time job, or like in your case, in our case, you have more than one channel. That can be taxing as well. So we understand exactly where you're coming from as far as taking your hiatus, stepping back, enjoying the you. I just watched a video of an Asian girl. She built her channel up to 2 million subscribers. She's been making millions, and she felt the same way. She just took a whole year off. She just was like, you know what? Enough of this. She said, thank you. She said, I appreciate the money. I appreciate that, you know, all the work that I put in. She said, but I needed for me to step away, you know, for my mental peace.
And it's not necessarily forever, right? It's just to take that break. And I think another thing too, Andrea mentioned, like feeling drained. I think it's also getting around so many different energies and like meeting so many different people, like having conversation with so many different people. That within itself can be very draining. And I think a lot of people don't know I'm an introvert. So I like just my energy, just my space. So like with YouTube, and though I'm grateful to meeting so many people, you know, my platform allowed me to meet you guys, right? When I'm in Colombia, I have people to have lunch with,
yes,
right?
You
do. But it's like, so to meet so many people, and then it's like the videos, and then the chats, and then the comments, and then it's a lot. It can get a lot.
Especially with the subject matter that you talk about. For us, like I mentioned before, we always have the opportunity to kind of like shift it and talk about the places that a person can go to, and not talk about relationships. Because we, for example, we consider the Passport Bro movement, and we want to say, first of all, thank you for all the support that you've given the men and the women who have considered finding love or lives in other countries, and you've always supported that. Because let's kind of like backtrack on that, or piggyback off of that, because that's basically what you and your family did. Found a new life in a new country, correct?
Yeah, 100%.
Could you share with us just a little bit about your journey of when it happened? I do remember, and I love sharing this story with a few people when I'm talking about you, when you said that when you first got to the States and you were in high school, and they automatically put you on the track team, and they thought that you could just run because they thought anybody that was Jamaican could run, and you only won one race, and you finally beat one white girl. You didn't even win. You kind of like, I don't want to come in last.
I didn't win. I came in second to last. That was the first time.
Just because you're Jamaican, they automatically thought, well, she can run. And you like, okay, y'all put me on the track team. Y'all.
It's so funny. I was telling that story the other day too, where it's like I walked onto the field at tryouts, and I didn't even have to try out because coach was like, okay, you on the team. And then when he saw me run, I was like, but he learned a lesson that day, right? No stereotypes.
That's true.
So I know for sure whenever he's in a conversation about Jamaicans being fast, I know for sure he's like, not all, because he learned a significant lesson, an important lesson that day.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So what happened? Were you at a certain age and your mom decided, or your mom and dad, or was it just you and a relative? What was your journey from one country to another country? What was the steps that you guys took, in other words?
So it's very common in the Caribbean where one person will leave and come to America and then build a life and then file for the other family members that's there. It's very, very common. And that's what basically my family did. It started with my dad, my mom, my uncles. They all came, they built a life. And then once they were established enough to file the paperwork, then they sent for me and, my cousins and my siblings and stuff. So basically that's what it was. So we already had a foundation before coming here. It's not like we all came blind because, my mom and dad and uncles were already here.
That's kind of like how blacks did it in the 60s, moving from the South, the farm life, to up north to I'm first generation Northerner in my family. Many of us the first generation New Yorkers, Cleveland, Chicago. We're the first generation of our families. Most of our families, were descendants of the slave trade, so they were all in the South. And so they did the same thing. The factories opened to build cars. So my uncles, or my great uncles and granddads, they went up north. Then they brought like one or two kids at a time. Then they brought another kid, and everybody else was still living up south and down south until it was like one or two kids left. And then they finally came back down to the South and grabbed the rest of us kids, or which would be my mother's case, brought my mother up north to where now I'm the first generation. My sister and all the rest of us are the first generation that were born up north in the United States, compared to many of our parents and grandparents being born in the South. So it's the same step.
Yeah, it's exactly the same step. Yeah.
What would you consider some of the things that you look, give me three things that were culture shock for you when you came to the United States?
Oh Lord. Okay, so first of all, school. So you know how I started in high school? I started in the 10th grade, so spring of the 10th grade. And one thing that America's school system does that the Caribbean does not do is give study guides. So I remember it was world history. I started a week late because we needed our transcript from Jamaica, and it translates different. We don't do credits in Jamaica, we just do classes. So it translates different. So I started school a week late, and the teacher was like, oh, here's a study guide. You can choose if you want to take the test or not take the test. So a study guide basically has the questions and the answers to the test that they're going to give you the following day. Right. So I studied the study guide and of course got 100% because she gave me the answers before giving me the test. And she made a huge deal about it because she's like, oh, you started classes a week late and you were still able to pass. And that was a culture shock to me because, as I say, in Jamaica, we don't have study guides. Like, school system is significantly easier in America than it is in the islands. And like that within itself was a huge culture shock to me because it's like, wow, you can close your eyes and get through school here. But then also what was even more shocking, there were students in the class who failed the test, even though we all got the same study guides. So it's like how the school system is. And then I think most of the things that was shocking to me was based on the school system because you learn about America growing up and you learn about, the malls and everything that they have, but you never really learn about the school system. And just the simple fact that, you don't wear uniforms, like you can do your hair anyhow, you can wear earrings, like there's no rules. Like in Jamaica, there was just so much rules. I was talking to someone the other day. I remember we weren't allowed to eat and walk on the street because we wear uniforms and you can't eat in public when you have on your uniform. So it's just basic rules like that. You can't wear certain socks. Your shoe has to be the heel of your shoe has to be a certain length, like little things like that to move to America and see the quote unquote freedom or the lack of rules and structure that's there in school was eye-opening for me. How is it in Colombia? How is the school system in Colombia?
Well, here we got until the 11th grade. We got what I call, of course, in my English, junior school. you know.
Junior high school.
Yeah, junior school, and then you go into high school, secundaria. So yeah, we start at sixth grade until the 11th grade. That's why, so even me, I graduated from high school when I just turned 17. Some people graduate when they are 15 or 16 and then go to college immediately. So it's very young that when we done with high school. So here is 11th grade.
Yeah, it's
Here.
the same with us in Jamaica.
Is it-
High school is 7th to 11th grade.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Wow, I was going to ask you, did you guys have a 12th grade like the States? But
So we have six, because in high school it's forms. So instead of grade, it's like first form, second form, third form. So we have a sixth form, which would be considered 12th grade in America because it's after 11th grade. But then you have 2 years of sixth form. So you have 12 and 13, but those are optional. Those will be similar to like community college before going off to university.
I want to ask both of you ladies a question. Because you find yourself graduating and going into life a year earlier than Americans, do you think that ties into the fact that women from other countries mature faster than women in the States? Because you're out in the world at 16, 17, to whereas American young ladies are still in school, where you guys are already out there. And in some cases, in some locations, you may be able to go to clubs and bars at a certain age, and don't have to wait until 21. And so, do you find yourselves noticing the difference between that American women, and not saying anything against American women? What I'm saying is, because you guys are put out there in the world at a younger age, do you find yourselves, when you look back over time, that you guys matured a little faster than women that would have had to wait another year to go out into the world?
Yeah, I respond to that first. Yeah, we do. Yeah, the old culture, or in Colombia at least, they also preparing us like finish high school at 17, 16, 17, go to college, have a career, graduate when you are 22, 23 maybe, then keep study if you want, or if you can pay for, and marry and have kids, and all of that before 30. All of that. That's how we have been trained for, So now it's just the things are changing a little bit. Like take the life slow, don't rush, take your time to digest everything that you live in. But yeah, it's here in Colombia at least. Yeah, they all the culture. That's why I tell guys, like, do not waste women's time, because we have been programmed to finish college, work, have a house or an apartment, have a car, get married, have a kid before 30. So that's why there's a woman that are still programmed like that, like, keep that pattern, and you wasted time of woman just for years. And these women feel frustrated because I'm gonna hit 30. He hasn't proposed to me. I don't have a baby. What's gonna happen? So right. That's the sense that I may do not waste women time. At least here, it's not fair.
How about you, Chantelle, in regards to, can you tell the difference, and what was it like coming up for you?
Yeah, funny enough, I never thought about it like that. But I think growing up in the Caribbean kind of taught me a sense of independence compared to what I've observed in America, where the simple fact that we don't have school buses. Like you got to find your way to get to school, right? In America, they pick you up in a school bus and take you to school. We don't have those school zones, those street walkers, like, when students are crossing the street and there's somebody out there. They don't have that. So it's like little things like that, where it's like we were taught how to be independent and self-sufficient from an early age, whereas like 16, we're done with high school. 16, 17, you're done with high school and you're out there in the workforce. Either you're going to go to university or you're going to figure it out. So it's like little things like that where I honestly never thought of the difference. But then at the same time, it teaches you, like during going to school, teaches you discipline and structure, because as I said, we had to wear uniforms. It was super strict, only black and navy blue clips in your hair. no color, no white, no earrings, no, your socks has to be blue or black. You know, like we have structure and to kind of guide us into that independence and that adulthood.
I noticed this about you, that you and Andrea are very fashion oriented women. Do you think that had a part to play in you being disciplined in how you dress and how you carry? You're never too much makeup, never too little. You always have, you know, whenever we see you on camera, you're you know, just like with Andrea, you ladies know how to present yourself in a way that represents women in a positive way. Do you think the fact that you had those uniform years and taught you a form of discipline when it comes to dressing, that had an impact on you?
I think on me personally, but then I know other Jamaican women who aren't like that. So it's like I can't say, yeah, it's definitely because I had to wear a uniform. Because I mean, yeah, you know, like you still had those girls I went to an all girls school too, where you still had the girls in my school where, you know, they were still rebellious and they still would cut the pocket of their skirt or, you know, their hem and stuff. I think it was just that being in school paired with who raised me. She was very strict with the follow those rules, follow those school rules, and always iron your shirt, your skirt, and never wear a pin on the outside. You know, like those that don't walk on the grass and don't eat in your, you know, like little things like that. Paired with that.
Let me ask you this to kind of like piggyback off of the Passport Bro movement. Why is it that you, Crimson Cure, Danica Marie, Six the Goddess, Love Dorsey, a lot of you women, especially Black women, in many cases have supported men taking advantage of finding, like we say, the three pillars of Passport Bro movement: new life, new laws, and new love in other countries. Why is it that you found that, you know, sitting back, analyzing and watching it all unfold, why do you think that you personally have noticed that you, as well as other women on YouTube, have been a lot more supportive than other women?
Because I feel like it would have been hypocritical if we don't. As I was saying, when the whole passport movement was going viral, Passport Bro movement was going viral, how can we say we support, say, Kevin Samuels, right? We listen to his content and we say, like, yeah, women don't know how to be wives and modern women. But then at the same time, we talk against men who are choosing to go overseas to look for wives. It's like we can't complain and say, yeah, there are not a lot of wives here in America. But then when men say, oh, here's a solution, there are a lot of wives in Colombia, or there are a lot of wives over in Africa or Brazil, let's go there and find wives, then we're mad at that. So it's just to not be hypocritical. And I think the Passport Bro movement really exposed who was being genuine and who was just having these conversations just to have these conversations.
One thing I can say that you probably have noticed, and even Andrea has noticed, and many have noticed, that the Passport Bro movement is gone beyond just a particular race or group of even particular countries. You know, when the Passport Bro movement first took place, it was about just men and women of color. Now you're starting to see races from different colors are saying this, and even in different countries. I just did a video excerpt where Black men, or actually men in Somalia, are saying that we're Passport Bros here in Somalia, and we are not going to put up with what the women in Somalia are putting us through. We're moving to Morocco. And these guys have been, you would think they were guys from the States or from Canada, the way that they talk. And so now men around the world are embracing the fact that there is nothing wrong with relocating to another country and building a life. Do you think that because your family benefited from relocating and building a new life in another country, do you think that has had an impact on your insight or understanding? Okay, I can understand that Passport Bro movement because there's nothing wrong with building a new life with new laws and new love in another country.
Yeah, definitely. That's a perspective I never thought of, but I do agree with that because it takes a lot to pack up and move to another country. Like it's a lot, right? Leaving friends, leaving family, leaving what you're used to. and go to another country. So I can understand why some people who have never done that or who have never met anyone who has done that, if that's not very common in your family or in your culture, I can understand why it will be very peculiar. It will be odd. But for me, as I say, it's very, very common in Jamaica, where like if of my 5 friends in Jamaica, at least 4 of us have a relative overseas, or have plans to move overseas and not stay in Jamaica. But I think no one really thinks of moving away from America, especially non-Americans. Is always thinking like, oh, let's move to America, right? So people in America don't really get that energy of moving away. So it's foreign to them when they see a group of people moving away. But I think it's a huge disadvantage when you're born and raised and die in the same city. I think at least like move out, experience something different. If you choose to move back, yeah. But to be on the same street that you were born in, it's like you're not experiencing new things. You're not experiencing new culture. And a lot of people, not even to just travel, just to travel, right? Travel to see another culture, see another country. A lot of people, you'll be surprised how many people don't travel.
No, 50% of all passport holders in the United States, the few that do have their passports, 50% of those are only used for Canada and Mexico. Another large percentage of those are just used for cruise ships when they go to the British Virgin Islands. Americans really don't get on planes and fly to other countries. And you're right. Let me ask you this, since you kind of brought it up. Are you still in the original city that you and your family came to? Are you in your different city?
Mm-hmm. So I'm in Dallas. My family came to Florida. And one of the reasons why I moved to Texas was Jamaicans, when they moved from Jamaica, they moved to either Florida or New York. And I wanted to move somewhere else. Where Jamaicans don't move to. Now I kind of regret it because I'm homesick and I want to be around more Jamaicans. But I wanted to experience something different than the norm. So I moved to Texas. But even then, within Florida, a lot of Jamaicans moved to Fort Lauderdale, and my family had moved outside of Fort Lauderdale just to be more culturally aware.
I know exactly where you are, exactly where you're talking about your family are, because I lived in Tampa for 14 years. So I know all around about Tampa and Orlando. So I know all about the Fort Lauderdale area, the Bradenton area, just all across up and down the coast. Alligator Alley, I-75, driving down the freeway, all those things. But yeah, I can see how you can say you kind of homesick to be around most of your people. Most people don't know this. The number 1 location in the United States for Afro-Colombians is Houston, Texas. It's the capital of Afro-Colombians. Yes, there is a huge population of Afro-Colombians in Houston. And the reason why, because a lot of Afro-Colombians, when they would in the 50s and 60s, when the delivery ships would go from Colombia with the coffee and the flowers from Colombia, because for those of you that don't know, 99% of all flowers that are sold in the United States, whether it be you going to Walmart buying some flowers, whether you're at a floral shop, whether you see the Kentucky Derby horse with the flower around his neck, or whether it be some flowers from your man, 99% of the flowers that are sold in the United States are from Colombia. So those delivery ships used to go there, and the guys used to just get on the ships when they were young teens. They'll work on the ships, or they'll just be stowaways, Afro-Colombians. And once the ships got to Galveston and off the coast of Texas, these young teenage black kids would just stay in Texas. So now all of a sudden you have this huge population of Afro-Colombians there, based because dad decided to stay in the United States when he was a teenage boy, getting off the ships, leaving Colombia. So there's a huge population down there.
Didn't know that. I'm not a fan of Houston. I've been to Houston once, and I'm like, oh my god.
Why is that? What is it about? Because I haven't been there yet. It's too much.
Then again, I take blame because I probably wasn't going to the right places. But it was very ratchet. Just very a lot. Like, yeah.
Y'all doing too much, Houston. Houston, we have a problem. Y'all doing a little too much. I'm just putting it out there. Chantelle said,
Stone me if you must, but point out where I lie. Stone me if you must, but point out where I lie.
If she not lying, Houston, let it be known. Let it be known. Well, I'll be heading down there for the Black Manosphere Conclave. Shout out to you guys who are going to be there this September from the 6th to the 8th. That weekend, 3-day conference of African American men coming together, talking about different topics, everything from you guys being able to learn how to create online revenue, incomes. I'll be there speaking in regards to what steps you need to take to become a person that lives completely outside the United States, not just visiting or touring, but what steps that you need to take. There are going to be others like Culture Connection, who's here tonight. A shout out to Culture here. He's going to be there speaking, as well as you got Zoom to Thailand to be speaking. El Guapo from Beautiful Lies, he'll be there. You have Theo Woff, he's going to be there speaking. You're also going to have, of course, Obsidian Ali, as well as a bunch of other brothers there. So if you do not have your tickets to the Black Manosphere Conclave for this up and coming September, you're doing yourself a disservice. You don't even have to fly to another country. All you got to do is fly down to Houston, and after the party is the after party. So we're going to be hanging out after that as well. So make sure that you guys get your tickets, and today's prices will not be tomorrow's prices. So get your tickets right now. They're under $200, and you're going to have a great time. 3-day conference, and come looking good, looking your best as a Black man. So shout out to you guys that is going to be there for the Black Manosphere Conclave numero cuatro. It's going to be number 4.
Let's say it.
Number 4. And so the next thing that I want to speak to you about, Chantelle, is the movement of I know you've heard this drizzle.
Oh no, Andre, I'm not on social media, and I saw a lot of people saying drizzle in my comment section, but I have no idea what that is.
Okay, I'm going to show you, and I want to hear your commentary. This is going to be a video that's only a few minutes long, but I want to hear what you have. This is the soft man's era that's taking place, the soft man era.
This has to be the best trend that ever existed in this era, because now you ladies will understand how ridiculous you sound.
Bro, thank you for introducing me to the soft guy era. It's changing my world, as you can see in the passenger seat right now. Major breadwinner.
The soft guy era has begun, and men have had enough of modern women.
Basically, it's men standing up to women and saying, no more. I will no longer bring all of these things to the table, and you don't bring anything to the table.
The amount of women that are outraged by this soft guy era, because basically these men are flipping.
The motto for men going forward is no hymen, no diamond. Enough is enough.
I don't know if any of you guys have seen this trend going around on TikTok called the soft guy era. Basically, it's men standing up to women and saying, no more. I will no longer bring all of these things to the table, and you don't bring anything to the table. And I gotta say, guys, I love it. I love what you're doing, and I support it 100%. Most relationships, the man brings all of it to the table. He's the protector. He's the provider. He's the moral support. He sits there, he listens, and he helps when the woman just ignores him. Doesn't care about what he's passionate about. Doesn't care about what his dreams are and what he wants to do. Doesn't support him emotionally. Doesn't bring to the table what she needs to bring to the table to help that man get to the next level. And fellas, I support it. I support the soft guy era. If a woman's not bringing to the table what you need her to bring, she's not for you. If she brings nothing but drama, chaos, and negativity in your life, she's not for you. I applaud you. I applaud all of you. Drizzle kings.
All right, that right there is the video. Drizzle. Instead of sprinkle, the men have taken over, and it started. This is the irony of it. Before I get your take on it, because I want that to kind of sink in, since the first time you've actually got a chance to see the soft guy era, and it started off as a parody of when women were saying no Cheesecake Factory, no this and that and that and this. And so somebody on TikTok did a parody of a man doing it like that. Well, you can't take me here. I get my nails done. My suit is a $400 suit. My nails are $75 to get done for it. And it started off as joke. Then another guy did a parody, and another guy did a parody of it. And then all of a sudden, guys start to realize, like, wait a minute, what's wrong with going 50-50 on a date? Wait a minute, what's wrong with actually her having expectations of me, but me having expectations of her in our relationship? And so now the soft guy era is, if you want to laugh, these guys are out there getting manic. Well, Andrea does my nails too. I guess that's soft guy era. Also, shout out to Andrea. Mm-hmm. And these guys are getting manicures, facials from their wives and girlfriends. These guys, like the one guy said, I'm in a passenger seat right now, and she's driving instead of me driving all the time. And now you got guys that are actually seriously taking this parody serious, and not all over the country. You're seeing guys that you can see in the comment section. Individuals are saying drizzle, drizzle. Now that you actually got a chance to see just a little taste of what's been going on over the last few weeks, what is your commentary?
Man, it's so funny because I was blinded. I had no knowledge of this. It is hilarious, though. I think it is it's a great comeback, because that whole sprinkle and soft girl era thing was just complete nonsense. So I love to see men pushing back. I love to see men fighting back. I don't want no soft guy era man, because I'm a passenger princess, right? So we're gonna be in the car fighting. Who's driving? I don't like driving. I don't. But I like to see when men pushing back and holding a mirror up to these women's faces of how unrealistic their expectations are. And I love that the guy said, if she's not trying to reciprocate, don't do anything. And that's what dating is. I remember I was having such a difficult conversation with a few ladies the other day when they're like, oh, you should never love a man. No, a man should love you more than you love him. Your man should be obsessed with you. And I asked the question, silly me asking the question in that situation. I was like, what is he getting in return? Like when you're dating a guy and he's taking you out on dates, he's buying you flowers, he's opening the door. What are you doing for him? And these ladies looked me dead in the eyes and said nothing, absolutely nothing. And you shouldn't be doing nothing for these men. And it was like, so how is he going to know your value? How is he going to know your worth? And they said, we're women. We have the womb. We bear children. And this is like, when I say in-person women who I interact with in everyday life, for them to say things like that is like, the dating market is trash. And a lot of these women are so selfish, and they even admitted it. They were like, it sounds selfish, but that's how it is, because men are going to manipulate and use you, so you better not give anything. And it's like, it's giving therapy. And to add insult to injury, when I was telling them that, well, I want to give, I cook for my man, I treat him right, do all these things, they're like, oh, I need to talk to my therapist about that. When I say I don't want my man to be obsessed with me. I want equal. If there's any obsession, there's equal obsession. If there's any loving there, actually, I agree that a woman should love a man more, because our emotions are like this. One day, go up and down. But for them to be like, oh, I need to speak to my therapist about why I don't want my man to be obsessed with me. It's like, this is what, like, it's not just a YouTube thing, and it's not just a sprinkle, not what they're doing just for TikTok. But this is what women, like, in everyday life really think. They think that they should take men for all they have and not give anything in return.
I think that's one of the things that, with me not being in the States over the almost 6 years, except for one time, it wasn't like that when I left. So for me to go back to the States or for me to hear what you and others are saying off camera, how people are behaving, it's like a whole new planet to me when it comes to dating. Because when I left, people weren't like that. Men and women weren't like that, no matter what race, color, or creed. And to sit back and hear, men, trying to, take the mic now. Now we're having our chance. You guys, ladies, have spoken for 40 years, but at the same time, women are like, I don't want to hear it. La 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 la. It's like, man, I'm so glad that I'm not there to experience that. Let me ask you this. This is private, and you don't have to answer it or not. Do you find it? Because I don't know if you're single or in a relationship, so I don't know. I don't know your personal situation. But let's put it like there. Put it like this. I'll word it like this. When you were in the dating arena, or being in the dating arena, do you find that some of the things that are spoken on YouTube or do you find these to be true?
Yeah, not only in dating. So I find it to be true as I'm growing my group of friends. Last year I was very intentional with meeting more girlfriends and going out more and socializing. I'm finding that part to be true. What men are talking about on the manosphere about these selfish women, y'all not lying. So in that aspect, I'm observing it, because the young ladies who I was talking to, and to just hear them saying these things, I've spoken to other women who they say they would rather their husband die than for him to cheat. And it's like, what? Who says that? Like, I don't know. At one point, I was like, I need to start walking around with a camera so I can have content for YouTube, because these women, and it's like you get them in that, get them a glass of wine and get everybody start sitting and talking about their experiences with dating, and it really comes out where it's like, wow, like these men on the manosphere, they're not lying. And I must say, the young ladies I was having a conversation with, and when they were saying that a man should be obsessed with you, those two young ladies were born and raised in Jamaica. So it's not like an exclusive American thing. Like, the mindset is spreading. And to hear them say that, where it's like, it breaks my heart, because you're dating somebody, you like him, you want to have a relationship with him. Why wouldn't you at least reciprocate? Why wouldn't you do something to let him feel love too? It's crazy, the dating market these days.
Let me ask you, in regards to, you're around your friends, your colleagues, are women here finding it different? Because let me put it like this. This is me, on camera. Andrea and her friends, they all have said one thing in common. And that one thing is, you guys will not date who? Or marry who?
Colombian man.
A Colombian man. And so there is a reason behind that. Just like Chantelle just explained what's going on in the States. What is the reason behind when, that us men aren't around, you ladies are just sitting around having your drinks, listening to music, and you're talking. Why is it that you and your friends feel that way?
Because obviously in our culture we got a lot Colombian men. Most of them, they are a lot machista, soft, just spoiled by their mamas.
Very much mama boys.
Mama's boys. And sometimes they complain about women that they like foreigners, us. So what can we do? There's nothing that we can do. It's straightforward what we like, what we want. But yeah, it's just like the point is, why you want to date someone who is same or your race or your culture, when you already know your culture, that it's a lot of out there that you can see through a person. So we don't see the point of that.
That's a good point. Andrea just broke down, and she was saying that in conversation, when we're talking off camera, she says that there is so much to learn from other cultures, from other men around the world, even though many Colombian men might get upset for those who date foreign men. But Colombian women are seeing that there is more than just an economic benefit or the stereotype, the green card, because a lot of people don't realize many of us passport bros aren't going back to the States for a woman to get a green card. And so, but when it comes to the learning of different cultures, Andrea and I, every day, we've been together long enough, and yet we are still learning new things about each other, and as a couple, and also learning new things about each other's cultures. which would never happen if we both were from either the same country or the same culture. And that's one of the benefits that we really enjoy about our relationship. Even when you guys are, you guys get on me about Andrea, you got to get your Spanish down. And Andrea and her family as well. But it's still things, that means there's still newer things, fresher things to learn. To whereas if I'm with somebody in the United States, it's like, she knows where I've been. I know where she's been. So be it. But we don't want to hold Chantelle or Andrea too long, because I know that they got things to do, and I know Chantelle has things that she needs to focus on. I do have a couple of questions, if you don't mind, in regards to YouTube. Based on your experience, do you have, at least before you walk away from the microphone for at least a few months or a few weeks to have your hiatus, if there were 3 things that you would tell a new YouTuber to encourage them, or that they should look out for, whether it be equipment, whether it be camera angles, or what happens as a YouTuber when the cameras are off, or how addictive this is, what are 3 things that you say, if I could talk to a new YouTuber, what would it be?
So the first thing I would say is to be open to that growth. Just know the first video is not going to be perfect. Everybody's first video is awkward and weird. So just, ride the wave through it. And as you grow on your channel and get your taste, then you're going to, tweak certain stuff, but enjoy that journey, enjoy that growth, because you're going to look back and appreciate, like, oh, dang, this is where I was coming from. I don't know if y'all ever go look at Kevin Samuel's first video, when he used to count down from 7 for some reason. It was like the background was trash, the camera was trash. And then to see his last video is tremendous growth, right? And every content creator, even you guys, right? Even me, right? Like, you develop and you also appreciate those steps, appreciate that journey in learning your channel and tweaking your background, tweaking your mic, tweaking everything based on what you want your channel to represent and how you want your channel to represent. Now, the biggest thing that I would say to content creators, especially female content creators, is to be mindful of the energy that you're going to get when you start your channel. When you start your channel, you open yourself to meet many different people, and though it's great, it's a great networking opportunity. The flip side of that coin is you're going to encounter a lot of people who are going to want to disrupt your peace, right? Going to want to say something negative about you, going to want to just bring you down. So be mindful and understand, be honest with yourself if that's something you can tolerate, if that's something you can accept. I know men, it's different. Men kind of have that, those broad shoulders to get the hair, and it just rush off your back. But as women, we're more sensitive. As that feminine energy, we're more sensitive. And as I was saying, like, it's our job to protect our peace, because if we're supposed to be our men's peace, then we can't be jeopardizing our peace, right? Because then it's not gonna be healthy for him. And then also to just be mindful of your information that you put out there. Try not to use your name or, put too much personal information out there, because though in your head, you're not a crazy stalker. So who would be a crazy stalker, right? But then you'll be surprised how many crazy stalkers are out there on the internet. So just be mindful of certain things. There are going to be people who are desperately want to be in your personal business, want to find things out about you, and they're going to desperately be searching and stalking you, finding family on social media, just trying to find information about you. Just before you start, set up that barrier so it's hard for them to find anything about you, and protect the people close to you. You decided that you're going to be a content creator, and that's great, but the people close to you didn't decide that, right? So be mindful if you post them on your social media, if you post too much information about them. I would say it's like my biggest thing. Keep your private life 100% private too. It's nobody's business, right?
Yeah. There are people that there are people that are subscribers that are upset with us for not giving more private information. We share enough as a couple, and then they want more private information.
That never happened.
Yeah, because it's kind of funny, Chantelle. We're kind of like you. I'm extroverted, but yet I have an introverted side as well. You know, I'm a Libra. I got both sides. Balance things, but like you're a reader. Andrea and I are avid readers. We always got books in our hands, and we're always reading different things. So when you said today on your show that you're going to start reading different content and start talking about more positive contents in regards to relationships and personal growth, you know, I was 100% on board with that. But people don't realize that, for example, Andrea and I are homebodies. We're not out there. Guys are come to town. Andre, I'm in town, and they automatically assume that I'm supposed to jump up from the microphone and just run out to the club with them, and that's not necessarily true every time. A lot of times, even if I have the time, I'm not necessarily in the mood to go out, and I just want to just relax and chill. And so I blame it on Andrea. Well, you know, Andrea's got the truck, so I'll catch up with you tomorrow for lunch, bro. So I blame it on Andrea, and I can get away with it. Yeah, so Andrea's gone with the truck, so you know I ain't got no ride, brother. And so I catch him.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah. You always going with the truck anyway, so that's a good excuse for me. I can stay home.
Exactly, excuse.
And so, but at the end of the day, you're absolutely correct. There are some things that especially when you are as your channel, your content grows, people feel like they really know you. And there's a side of you when the camera, and that's why you guys always hear me use the term cameras off, because there's a life when cameras are off that you guys don't know about. There are certain conversations that we have that are really good, and we'll say, man, I wish we had the camera here for content. But then that conversation was just meant for Andrea and I, and not for anybody else. And so,
and you know what? I'm sorry. Another thing too, like as you said, camera off. Like as a content creator, especially as your channel grows, the camera is never off, because you go out. I've been recognized about 3 times in public, and it's not. I mean, like, yeah, I appreciate meeting people in person, but I just wanna, you know, sometimes in Trader Joe's, I'm just looking to get out.
She said I'm in Trader Joe's.
I'm just looking to get out, and then so like the camera is never always off, because if I'm out in public and I see someone staring at me, in the back of my mind I'm always thinking, is this somebody recognizing me from YouTube, or is this person just staring because they're just staring? So that's something too you should also be mindful of.
That's definitely true. We've been recognized quite a bit. One of the things that I often tell guys is, see, Andrea is more like, be mindful how you dress, Andrea, in public, because you never know who might see us. So we're always mindful of how we dress in public. The second thing is, I'm mindful as a guy here in Colombia of how I behave in public, because I've gotten off of dance floors with very attractive women. And if I was doing something that I shouldn't be doing, and it's been several times, guys will walk, Andre, love crossing borders. What if my behavior was I was doing something I shouldn't be doing? You see what I'm saying? So I'm mindful of how I carry myself in public, not just how I dress, because I never want anybody to see Andre and I as phonies or a fake couple, or Andre says this on camera, but camera's off. He's like this, that, and this. Or off camera, Andre and Andrea don't give the same energy. They argue every other day, which we don't. But I'm very mindful of how I carry myself in public compared to that, because we have people coming from every country coming down here. So I understand exactly what you're saying, as far as like you want certain things to just be private, just your regular life, your regular world. Let me ask you this also, my last YouTube question. Are you going to continue on with your health channel?
You know, a lot of people asked earlier today, and I see no reason why not to. I will just have to brainstorm how to do it. I hate when you're working out in the gym and you have to put up you have people with their tripods in the gym. It's like, I hate that. So I wouldn't want to do that for somebody to be that person. So I would have to brainstorm how I wanted to do it. I know I usually do fitness chats with Shannon and Dominique. So I'd probably bring that back. But I see no reason why I wouldn't, because that didn't really bring a lot of toxic energy. That didn't feel draining as much as talking about the relationship topics felt draining.
because I would be in the gym a lot of times, and I'm listening to you in the gym while you're interviewing somebody in regards to fitness. So I'm taking notes. I'm pulling out my phone and in the gym, and I'm taking notes. Okay, they said this. Go to this website regarding this. Okay, I'll eat this. Okay, let me go ahead and. So a lot of times I'm taking notes in the gym while you're interviewing somebody, or you're talking about the top 10 this or the top ways. Excuse me. Top ways for this or that.
That we having surgery.
Yeah, that could. You know what? That could be my throat. Why are you playing?
That we're gonna fix that problem. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is the last interview, guys. This is the last one for about a week. So I was in the room earlier, and Andrea said, what's the matter? And she said, I said nothing. I'm just being quiet. I'm practicing. Being quiet. Being quiet. I'm practicing not talking.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny, but it's true.
So yeah, definitely. Well, we want to say thank you, Chantelle. I know that you back-to-back live streams is a lot to do, and you came on with us. I just want to say thank you for all that you have done and continue to do for us who are followers of your content. Whenever you're live, you know we're all going to jump on. You are always invited to Andrea and Andrea's Love Crossing Borders, whether it be when you write a book like Crimson Cure, whether you write a book in regards to see this hiatus God might be using for you to put something down on paper regarding whatever particular subject matter, whether it be your version of what they want to say about pick-me's, or what your version in regards to health and your transformation. And you know that you've got the platform and the subscribers that would support you. So this might be your time to get that book out.
Definitely. I mean, I love the ideas. I love that there's so many ideas that came in me announcing, hey, I'm taking a step back. And I'm taking all of those to heart, because it's true. I think the message is very important. And that's why I appreciate you guys, because you represent that positive couple that, we need to see more of. It's not always just, oh, let's complain about men and complain about women, but let's see a representation of positivity. Right. So, and then I said it from the beginning of time, the fact that your name is Andrea and Andrea. Oh my gosh.
And I was telling another person the other day that my grandparents are Robert and Roberta.
Oh my gosh. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely love that.
But we're gonna let you go now, guys. Who's gonna hang out with me? Chantelle and Andrea are gonna leave out. We're gonna continue on talking about, for a little while longer, guys, the soft guy era. You're gonna hear from your boy perspective. So if you guys want to hang out with us, I'm gonna hit the super chats, and I'm gonna continue on. We're gonna give you guys the break. You guys always love the break, so we'll give you the break. Let these ladies go and relax for the evening. But as for us, I'm gonna put the break on for us, and when I come back, we already know we're going to talk about this soft guy era and see, we're going to have some fun with this topic. So shout out to you guys that are going to still be around. We got 212 people in here right now. And we got up 222. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you click that like button. We like you. Make sure you like us too. We're going to continue on right after the break. Thank you very much, Chantelle. Let me bring this break down. I think I got it right here. Oh, there we go. The drink break.
Det var första gången vi möttes. Våra blickar bara möttes. Kommer du ihåg det igen? Kommer du ihåg igen? Du vill ha ice little fingers. Då du vet det chalas. All in, ingen broms, schackmatt på din vänster hand. Du är så viktig baby. Ja, du allians. Du är försiktig baby. Och du gav mig en chans. Det är 50-50 baby. Men det är balans. Jag växlar upp med dig baby. Ingen annan. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som dig. Som dig baby. me annan. Come for me, my baby. I really tap on no gonna. Been singing and I feel me shakarina. No sound saving is in now. You're coming out to ride with you. 100 go back, let her die for you. You is so big, baby. You're the alias. The fish shake, baby. But you got me empire. The 50-50, baby. Maintain the balance. Effects la rough for it, baby. Ingen nan. They were finding a dance for no rules in a trap on Sunday. They hear me sleep, baby. They were finding a dance for no rules in a trap on Sunday. They hear me sleep, baby. Visa mig vart du finns. Vi kommer väl till min city, nej. Jag vet att det finns. Kom det är bra lives and all nights, yeah. Jag vet att jag minns kör det. Skön social smuggle lady. Jag tvivlar det. Visa mig vart du finns, yeah.
All right. It's just one mic. All we need is one mic, in the words of Nas. Shout out to you guys being here. Let me unplug this mic real quick. Well, I already let it down. That's good. Shout out to you guys being here. We're going to go through the super chats, and then we're going to watch the video in regards to. Well, I could have turned the camera towards me, couldn't I? Give me a second. Let me cover the cam for a second. I'm going to swing it around towards me. Give me a split second. You guys can still hear me, but all I'm doing is just I'm relocating the cam. So give me a split second. All right. I should have thought about that a moment ago. Let's get all this in order. Okay, your boy is here. All right, let's see how that looks. That's a lot better. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. We got the solo going. All right, shout out to you guys who are here with Love Crossing Borders. We've got 138 people in the building. Shout out to you guys who actually watch from Chantelle's channel as well. Thank you very much for being here, as well as those of you who out there watching from Facebook. We appreciate you as well. Let me move this bottle of water out of the way. All right, and my cologne of the night is, let's see which one I wore. Oh yeah, tonight's cologne is Club de Nuit Intense. Club de Nuit Intense. It is a Creed Aventus cologne, the best one out there. It's only about $30. See, you ain't got to spend $300 on all your colognes. You can get a great cologne for $30. Once again, Club de Nuit Intense is an excellent cologne, and it's a clone of Creed Aventus, and you'll love it. I'm telling you, and especially if you want to blend this one with the Rave Now, that pineapple of Rave Now. So this is what I would normally do. I would take Rave Now, as you can see, Rave right there on the front, Rave. On the back it says Now, and you get both of these on Amazon. And this is 100% masculine pineapple. Very masculine cologne. A few brothers have all, it's kind of funny, from El Guapo all the way to other content creators who have seen me talk about Rave Now. Once again, Rave on this side, Now on the other side. You can get both of these on Amazon. And this is like $25, $27. And you take this pineapple and you blend it with this. Oh my goodness. You do not have to spend $300 on Creta Ventus, because Creta Ventus is famous because of his pineapple. And so it, whatever, goodness gracious. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. That is so good. Once again, Club Day Nuit Intense and blend it with Rave Now. I'm telling you guys, woo, you want to, well, your boy's smelling good right now. All right, let's scroll down with these super chats. Shout out to you guys being here. We went down to Uriah. We did my man Will. Let's do Will real quick once again. He said, good evening, Andrea, and chat. He says, looking forward to the show. I'm looking forward to the consultation once you recover. Yes, guys, I got a few of you guys scheduled for consultations the week after this week, because this week, as you guys know, I'll be on shut up mode. Andre will finally shut up after 5 years on YouTube. He said, gents, book a consultation and don't be cheap. Blessings. Thank you very much, brethren. Thank you very much. And thank you very much once again, my man Mark, who actually joined. Shout out to you, brother, for joining the new members. And shout out to all you guys who joined the new members. Appreciate you guys. Really do. Shout out to my man Coach Connection with the 777. Yes, sir. True sister. Very draining. Yes, it is. Being a content creator, it's not as easy as it looks. It seems like you just sit in front of a camera and you turn the microphone on and you just talk to people. You would think that is that easy. Once you're doing it, you realize that it is not as easy. There are times when this camera goes off and I just drop my head back because I have given all that I can to my brethren and sisters. And shout out to all the ladies that are here and subscribe today. One of the things that we're doing with this channel is really focusing on the positive passport bros, passport sisters, and passport couples. There are couples that are traveling around the world and that are doing some amazing things with their passport. There are some sisters that I know that have established some amazing businesses, online presences, and they decide to move to other countries. And so it is with us brothers that are passport bros, expats, digital nomads. All of us are up under the same umbrella when it comes to looking for new lives, new laws, and new love in another country. Those are the three pillars of the passport bro movement. He said they don't realize how stressful and tiring it is. And when you do it and get live views, support, very stressful. Yes, when you're watching somebody else's channel, we support every single content creator that we watch, and we support quite a bit. So shout out to you guys that are supporting us this evening. And shout out to Shao in the building tonight. Shout out to you with the Canadian dollars.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, oh, Canada.
He's letting Chantelle know. He said, I'm going to miss you, Chantelle. Going to tell my Jamaican friend Chantelle is quitting. He knows how much I liked you. Everybody can say this, and we with so much respect, we all will miss Chantelle. And I kid you not, I thought it was just me. I'm like, is my YouTube acting up? Because I haven't gotten a Chantelle Simone notification in a few weeks. So I'm thinking like maybe it's me. Maybe I did something wrong as far as, the notifications. So when she announced, tonight on her show that, she hadn't been around for a few weeks and, she just needs some time to herself. And she's right. The subject matter that she speaks on, relationships, that's draining. See, we can pivot. We could just stop talking about relationships and we just talk about travel or travel insurance or the best Airbnbs or the best airplane flights or what's the best festivals to go to. With Chantelle, when you have a group of followers that follow you based off of relationship content, that could be taxing, especially like she said, when you got the haters out there that just don't want to support what you do and don't understand what you do. Even if you don't support what she does, at least try to be understanding by keeping your mouth shut. The Bible says even a fool looks wise when he keeps his mouth shut. Yeah, that's in the book of Proverbs. Even a fool looks wise when he keeps his mouth shut. So shout out to Chantelle. We will miss her. And my brother also said, I saw your subscribers. I saw your subscribers get stuck at 49,000. and I felt YouTube shadow banning you after a while. I must be talking about Chantelle. And is my theory wrong or right? We didn't get a chance to answer that. But this is what happens with YouTube with content. When you're a content creator, you do have times where it's feast or famine. All of a sudden, you get a 10, 15, 20,000 subscribers in 3 months. And all of a sudden, a freeze. You get 200 for 6 months. Then all of a sudden, another 14, 15, 30,000 in less than 4 months. Then all of a sudden, for the next 2 months, you're getting maybe 1,000. It just happens like that. And don't get to, I tell every YouTuber, as you guys can tell, our other YouTube channel, we're at 126,000. So we already got our YouTube plaque, as you guys can tell in the background, right? When you get to 90,000, it's going to feel like it takes longer to get that last 10,000 to get over 100,000 subscribers than it ever did to get the first 90. It feels like it's just taking and it's really not taking forever, but it feels like that. So you're like, I'm at 90. Okay, cool. I'm on my way to 100,000. I should be at 100,000 about 15 minutes. That's how you feel. Until maybe the first 2 or 3 weeks start dragging by and you only got another maybe 1,000 subscribers. You're like, wait, what's going on? Did I do something wrong? Am I shadow banned? So it does happen. My point is that it does happen, that you just go through these waves when it comes to YouTube and the subscriber counts and things like that. But Chantelle has been killing it. She's been killing it for a while. Once again, my brother in the building, the Canadian boys.
He said, oh, Canada.
Black Nubian with the $5 super sticker. Shout out to you. And my man Rodney is in the building. Shout out to you, Rod, being here with the 99. Shout out to you, brother, with the $9.99. Pax says, appreciate you, brother, with the $5 super chat. He says, blessing to you, Apostle Andre and Prophetess Chantelle. You both speak the truth and bring fire lit content. Passport bros up. Yes, sir. In Bogota right now. We just left Bogota, man. You in a great city to get some good food, get some shopping in. Good people, a lot of educated. If you want to see where the highly educated Colombians are, Bogota. Bogota is the 20th, I think it's 21st or 22nd largest city in the world. Bogota right now is at 11 million people. It is larger, geographically larger than Chicago. So just in case you want to see how big Bogota is, it is big and it is very modern. You can find some traditional Colombian areas in Bogota, but most about Bogota, it feels like you just plucked it. You plucked it right out of the Midwest, as far as being a big major city. I kid you not. Bogota is a Houston. It is a Chicago. It is a high rises, kind of like Miami high rises. Not like New York high rises, but kind of like how Miami's are or LA's high rises are. That's Bogota. So just in case you guys ever want to have that, you want to move to Colombia, but you still want to have that big city feel, I promise you ain't missing nothing in Bogota. And everything that you got in the States, they got in Bogota. So you're going to see some Ferraris going down the street with some Corvettes as well. So shout out to Bogota. They're actually bringing to Bogota later this year, early next year. They're bringing the Cybertruck. The Elon Musk Cybertruck that you guys have been purchasing in the States, those will be down here in Colombia later on this year for sale. Shout out to my man Barry with the pound. Shout out to the UK boys in the building. My man Barry Hamilton, shout out to you, brother. I appreciate you. And my man T.O. in the building. He says it's American influence through social media. Yeah, when it comes to dating, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Y'all going through it in the States. Y'all going through it. Once again, we're gonna when we get done with the super chats, we're gonna go through the talk a little bit more and watch a little bit more of the video when it comes to this new soft guy era. These guys are just, and I know that men aren't trying to be soft. They're just trying to let women see this how ridiculous you sound when you say certain things. So that's what the men are trying to do. Just let the women hear how they sound when they say certain things. My man Fardy's in the building with the $2. He said he's just here to show some love to Andrea and Andrea. That's all I'm here for. Just to show a little bit of love. Make sure you guys click that like button. We like you. Make sure you like us too, because you already know.
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Oprah coming next. So this is how I have to speak from now on, just like this. My tone, no more raising my voice. I'll be like this. I won't be monotone, but I'll be like this, more kind of like laid back. Andre. Shout out to you guys. My man Jimmy's in the building. Shout out to you for Jimmy Jam in the building, member as well as donating. He said, not to be mean, but it's interesting Andrea said that. Emasculation of men, mama's boy. Yeah, bruh is not just the U.S. sadly, bruh. The United States got a few mama's boys. We know this. Colombia, they breed these men to be mama's boys. Breed them. Yes, Colombian men are masculine. Yes, they're strong, good men. But these dudes are 100% mama's boys spoiled. So when Colombian women get them, it is the frustration that Colombian women have with Colombian men is the fact that the machista is one thing, because everything is my rule. I'm a man. That's one thing. Okay, cool. Got you. The second part that frustrates Colombian women so much is that they mama's boys about it. It's one thing to cook for your husband. It's another thing to cry. And my mama used to do boy, these are mama boys down here. These are mama's boy. I think what I heard is what I see. I see these mothers down here treat the boys completely different from how they treat the girls in Colombia. So when these guys grow up and get into relationships, they're expecting that, you know how we say girlfriend experience when you go to another country and then she give you the girlfriend experience. Here in Colombia, men expect that mama's boy experience, and they will not admit that. Colombian men, they won't say that. No, I'm not a mama's boy. Yeah, they are. They are on a whole nother level. I ain't never seen it like this. And mothers do it almost subconsciously on purpose. Their little 33-year-old son could prick his finger. Do you know a Colombian mother will be right there at the hospital in tears as if his leg just fell off? Bruh, I am not kidding. When I say they baby these men, they baby them through life. Through life. If you're a male born in Colombia, your mama, and they will not admit this, their mother will baby them through life. It's one thing when your mama still see you as, I still see y'all as a child. You know, your mom still see you as young. That's cool. That's mom. That's all mothers. That's cool. But mothers here baby boys and men. Their boys can do no wrong. Well, he didn't mean to delete all three. He only meant to delete 2. Well, he broke into that bank, but that was the wrong one. He didn't mean to go to that bank. That's Colombian mothers, 100%. Colombian mothers are like, I'll do 50% of his time. Just let him how much time did he get? 10 years? He can do 5 and I'll do 5 for him. That's Colombian mothers. American mom's gonna be like, I see you some money. I come visit you, but I ain't about to do no time for you, boy. Colombian mothers, they act like they about to do time for you. I kid you not. I kid you not. So he's right. He says not just in the U.S., sadly. Yes, it's not, brother. IQ in the building. Shout out to you, IQS in the building. He said Kevin Samuels came a long way from that ugly brick wall background. First video of Kevin Samuels was when he did a review of Black Orchid by Tom Ford. Look it up. See if I'm correct. The first video of Kevin Samuels, that's how long I've been following him, was his video of Tom Ford's Black Orchid cologne. And that brick background, and he was doing Argyle sweaters back then and the V-neck sweaters, and you like, come on, Kev, come on. That's when Kev still was kind of young. You know, he's in his mid 40s type of thing, because he'd been doing it for a while. So he's in his late 40s, and he's doing his fashion thing, and that's before he let the salt and pepper grow in, and Yeah, Kev. You came a long way. We all have. And it is fun to look back at your old videos. Like we did the other day. You guys look back at our old Love Crossing Borders video where we had no microphones, barely no camera. It was just a cell phone, no lights. We ain't know nothing about this. Voices bouncing off the wall in here. You guys could barely understand what we were saying because we didn't realize how our voices were bouncing off the wall. We didn't know anything about editing. We didn't know anything about putting out your video on different platforms. It was just, yeah. Chantelle is 100% correct. She is 100% correct.
Stone me if you must, but point out where I lie. Stone me if you must, but point out where I lied.
Point out where she lied. Point out where she lied. Shout out to my man Will in the building. Once again, thanks again, brother, for letting us know, Sam, with a great show. Thank you for appreciating it. And also Will in the building. Thank you, Sam. Sam, Passport Bro movement goes back to biblical times. He's letting us know that it goes all the way back to biblical times. Rodrin. And it does. Okay. Let's go back to Tamar. Tamar was Abraham's dad. And God went to Abraham's dad and said, Abraham, we're talking Genesis. Went to him and said, yeah, about hanging out with your family, enough of that. It's time for you to take your son Abraham, take your grandson Lot. I know your other son Moriah died, but take his son Lot, take your wife, take your cattle and everything, and get away from your family. I'm going to send you to another land. Genesis chapter 11, last 5 verses. It says that he went halfway to where God told him to go to. He stopped, named the land Moriah after his son who died, Lot's dad. You know, like Sodom and Gomorrah, that Lot, his dad that died, Abraham's nephew, named it after his son. You know, their dad named it after the son that died. And the Bible says in chapter 11, it ends, there they settled. Chapter 12, first 5 verses, God knocks on Abraham's door. Abraham, I need to talk to you. What's up, Lord? What do you need? Anything. You the Lord. Whatever you need. I told your daddy to go to the promised land. Yeah. He only went halfway. I need you to go ahead and get your passport and yeah, get your wife, your kids, and you can take your nephew Lot. And I need you to get away from those people that settle, because some people in your family settle like your daddy did. He's a settler. He settled for any old thing. I want to take you to where I told your family to go to. And Abraham did what he said. Then when Abraham had a child, Jacob, what did he do? Did he get his son a wife in that same country? Nope. He said, Jacob, here's what I need you to do. Even though we in the promised land where God said where we will be fruitful, I want you to go get a woman, find love, find a lifestyle in a different country. Went to Jacob. Jacob, son, Isaac, next generation. My daddy Abraham sent me to another country to find me a woman. Isaac, I'm doing the same thing to you. Son, it's that time for you to find you a woman. It's time for you to go to another land to find love and a lifestyle that's different from the one that you're in right now, son. So if God constantly, since Genesis chapter 11, all the way through, have been showing men that there are new laws, lifestyle, and ladies or love in other countries. Same thing he did with Ruth. That's how she got Boaz. Not in the country that she was raised in. She went back and said, even though I was raised in this country, I'm going to another land. And that's the life that God's going to have for me, because my original husband died. I'm going to a new land. And Ruth went to a new land and found her Boaz. Some of you ladies, y'all want to sit up there in church. Y'all want to sit in the mosque. Y'all want to sit up there in the temples. Some of y'all, God telling y'all, you want your Boaz, you're going to have to do what Ruth did. Get you a passport, go to another country. Your Boaz waiting for you, but you think your Boaz is in Chicago because your Boaz, which is a biblical, a rich man in the Bible, well off. I think it was like the great granddad of King David. Your Boaz might not be in the same country as where you were born. Ruth's wasn't. I'm gonna say that again. Some of you passport sis don't really. I always talk about some Boaz. God gonna send me my Boaz. Wait a minute. Let's read the story for what it was. Ruth went from her country to another country, and God showed her her Boaz. Some of y'all ain't trying to go nowhere, so that's why you ain't got your Boaz yet. Let's not sit back and talk about the brothers only with the passports, when some of you sisters need to be getting off your tail and using your passport and see what God got for you on the other side of the world.
Stone me if you must, but point out where I lie. Stone me if you must, but point out where I lie.
Shout out to my man, International Quiet Storm. Support Black Male Media, the sponsor of the evening. Shout out to you, brother, for being here and sponsoring with the $100 super chat. And you know, when you see International Quiet Storm, you'll always see.
Welcome to Machismo TV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Subscribe to Machismo TV and Saul T-Balls. We stream daily from 12 midnight to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the best male-centric content. Highlight reels without reviewing or providing any editorial bias to the content. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
Shout out once again to that brother. Appreciate you being here, IQ. Really do. Welcome back to YouTube, brother. I know you've been taking your hiatus too. All of us need one. And so mine will be coming up this week because I have to shut up for a whole week. So I get a chance to sit on down and you know what? I am going to be doing like Chantelle. I'm going to be doing a lot of reading and a lot of editing, but I'm going to take a week away from YouTube. Just nothing other than the sports and the draft, the NFL draft coming up. But I think I need a hiatus as well after doing this for 5 years. Shout out to my brother with the $2 euro. I won't say euro, but two pounds, 2 euros. Shout out to you, brother. No, 2 pounds. It's actually 2 pounds. UK. Shout out to UK being in the building. Man, we love the UK. We had a good time. I won't even lie. We had a great time in the UK. Rain in the building. Shout out to you with the $5. He said, Andre, my visa almost done, and I will be in Cali permanently. Shout out to you, brother. In November. He said, guaranteed January. I'm so excited. North Cali. Yes, Chipichape. This is where we live, in Chipichape area. So yeah, that is a great area out north, man. I'm happy for you. I won't even lie to you. I am happy for any of us that are establishing lives in new countries and giving ourselves a chance to find new lives, new laws, and new love in other countries. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you taking advantage of all 3 pillars of the passport movement. Shout out to you, brother. And keep us posted on when you get your visa. Keep us posted on once everything is approved, and keep us posted on when you move around, brother. Let us know. And plus, you know, it's a whole network of us down here anyway, in out north in Cali. Shout out to my man David in the building, always here supporting. He said, can I get an amen from all Blue Book gentlemen? Yes, sir. Amen. And the church said, amen. Yes, sir, man. Like he said, it didn't just start in World War II, which many of us, in regards to the States, yes, when brothers in World War II start going and staying in other countries, that's the modern day historical for the United States part of the passport bro movement. That's true. Brothers staying, deciding to stay in Europe. But as far as going all the way back, it's biblical times when God has always been having people go from one country to another country to find the love, the lifestyle, and the laws that that are parallel to what God's plan is for that particular individual, such as, like I said, Tamar, Abraham's dad, Abraham, Lot, Jacob, Isaac, all the way through. I just named 5 dudes that were passport bros. And we're just talking about the book of Genesis, chapter 11 through like 15. 5 dudes that were passport bros that found their lives. And I just talked about the book of Ruth, where Ruth had a choice. She could, once her husband passed on, in the book of Ruth, there's only 5 chapters. And she decided, there's 5 chapters. And she decided once her husband passed on to be a passport sister. She didn't say, well, I'm going to just stay here and wait for my Boaz in my home country. No, she got off her tail and went with her mother-in-law back to her mother-in-law's country and found the man of her dreams. I'm just saying, all you sisters that be in church talking about Boaz all the time, we so tired of hearing that one. Shout out to you brothers that are still here. All right, let's get started with this soft life. What this soft life era is about. Now, once again, it's all about just men talking about the hilarity when it comes to some of the demands that some of you ladies back home in the States are making. Come on. You've been to Cheesecake Factory. You're going to Cheesecake Factory for lunch tomorrow. And so all of a sudden, I can't take you to Cheesecake Factory, knowing that your favorite is the little cheesecake, the macaroni balls. Come on, you know you like the fried macaroni. Come on. Come on now. You telling me that you don't want me to take you to those spots where you like the key lime pie, the key lime cheesecake. You telling me that you don't want that Oreo cheesecake no more. Is that what you saying? Stop it, sister. Stop it. But men are realizing, hey, this is funny, so let's have fun with it.
I support it too. I hope I can get me a little house husband to do the cooking and cleaning.
So this woman says that she supported. She said, I hope I can get me a house husband. There are a lot. Hey, y'all think this is a joke. I'm going to say this. The Bible says this, in the end of times, 7 women will go to 1 man. I'm going to say this again. 7 women. It says that the end of day, one of the signs of the end of days, and we always talk about, nuclear bombs, and we always talk about the economy collapsing. God says this. One of the signs of the end of days, ladies, remember this. He says 7 women will go to 1 man and say to him, we will pay all the bills. We'll do everything. We'll do the cooking, the cleaning as soon as I get home from work. Oh, this is the Bible. I think it said 8 women, but I'm just paraphrasing with 7 women. We'll go to 1 man in the final days. When you start to see this, notice it and say to that man, we'll pay all the bills. We'll cook all the food. We'll wash your feet, rub your toes, whatever you need. As long as you take away our shame, the shame of a woman, what is it in the Bible? Not having any kids. That's in the Bible. I'm not saying right now, but back then in the Bible, it was not having any kids. If you take away the shame of us not having kids, in other words, 7 women will go to 1 man and say, listen, if you can give us some babies. And the second thing it says, and give us your last name. It didn't say give me your last name. In other words, cover me with give me something that will make me feel. So all you women that's sitting around talk about something, I don't need to get married. It's cool. It might not be you. I didn't say it might be. I ain't saying it's you. But what I'm saying is the Bible says, y'all want to be mad? The Bible's saying that 7 of y'all going to go to 1 man. And you going to say, hey, if you take away our shame of not having kids. And they didn't, this is the funny part. In that Bible verse, it didn't say, each woman would say, if you take away my. In other words, at that time period, women will humble themselves. And I'm just saying that the Bible's saying this, that women will humble themselves and say, we, our. If you take, the Bible says, if you take away our shame, we will provide this. We will provide that. And if you give us your last name, and as you're starting to see in the United States, polygamy and polygamous relationships are growing at a rapid pace now, where women ain't got no problem with being the side chicks no more. They ain't got no problem. I'm just saying, sisters, I'm not coming at you. But what I'm saying is get your passports up just like the men are. Because the way that dating is going to be looked upon is going to be a little different. You think it's uncomfortable for us men, and that's why we're using passports. It's going to be the same dance for you ladies. Same dance. You can sit up there and go on TikTok all you want to talk about how uncomfortable dating is in the States if you're not doing anything in regards to going to the post office and getting your passports too. Ain't no shame in it. Of course, get you a gym membership too. Come on, ladies. Let's be real. And you fellas. But my point is that's what the Bible says. Thank you very much, Neo. Neo put it up. Isaiah 4:1. Yes, it is. He said, in that day, so few men will be left that 7 women will fight for each man, saying, let us all marry you. Now, I quoted from the King James Bible, but it basically is saying the same thing. Let us all marry you. 7 women are going to go to one man, fighting for him. We'll provide what you need. So it's one thing to mock this soft guy era. It's another thing to see that it's in the Bible. Not saying that this soft guy era that men are soft, we lose our masculinity and we ain't men. I ain't saying that. And I'm not even, I'm married, so I'm not a soft era guy. But the Bible says that there's going to come a time, ladies. There's going to come a time. E-Breezy say, what salsa spot would you recommend in Cali? Cali, Colombia is the salsa music dancing capital of the world, despite what Puerto Rican brothers try to say. Shout out to all the Puerto Rican music that comes from Puerto Rico. We love it. The music that comes from Cuba. We love it. The music that comes from New York, as well as other locations around the world. But Cali is this city that celebrates everybody's music. We don't make all the music like Puerto Rico, but we dang sure celebrate it. So we celebrate all that Puerto Rico has done. So shout out to Puerto Rico, as well as Cuba and New York salsa, styles of salsa, as well as over there in Europe. What's a salsa spot you would recommend in Cali? I would say La Topa. I would say the first one that you would want to go to is the best one. It is where people from around the world go there. It's down to earth. You can wear your sneakers and a polo shirt. I see people there from Ireland. I see people there from Denmark. I met a brother that's Dutch. This brother was 6'4", 6'5", and he was Dutch. And I thought he's from the States. And I was like, what you doing here? He was like, he came out with that Dutch accent. And I was like, where you from? And he was like, I'm Dutch. I was like, how you know about Cali, Colombia, all the way in okay. And then I started to realize how many people come from Finland and from Portugal, and how many people come from that part of Europe. I kid you not, Austria, Sweden, Switzerland. A lot come from that area just to go to Cali, Colombia. And so the club that everybody usually goes to, like and it stays open to I think it stays open to 2 o'clock in the morning. Let me pull a Topa up. Let me pull a Topa, the club up. I'll drop it in the description so you guys will know. Now, I'm going to tell you guys now, if you are a Pookie and a Ray Ray and you're trying to come down to La Topa, you're going to be unhappy. You know why? Because La Topa is a salsa club. Some of you dudes do not realize that we're talking about salsa spots. Okay, and it's got the address on there as well. It's got their latest updates. Yeah, La Topa is like the spot. It's like the pre-gaming spot where you get ready to go to before you go to all your other clubs. You go to La Topa first, get your dancing in, hang out, have fun, and then you go to your other clubs that stay open till 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Let me put this right here, and I'm going to drop this. That's a good question. And I'm going to drop it in the comment section right now. Bada bing, bada boom. That's their Facebook right there. So you and they give free salsa lessons starting at 6 o'clock. Monday, no, I think it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Latopa gives free salsa lessons. So you can't go wrong with Latopa. You can't go wrong. If you don't know anything about salsa music, a lot of times what happened is because it's not far from the hostels, Europeans go to the hostels and they walk right down the street at 6 o'clock, get all the free salsa lessons, and then stay there. And the rest of us that live here in Cali, we kind of look at Europeans trying to get their practice in with the salsa and enjoying themselves as well as us locals that are here. So yeah, shout out to you in regards to that question. Good question. But let's get back to what this woman was saying with the soft guy era. And she said she don't have a problem with a man. She said, listen, if you're going to be a man for me, all I need for you to do is just, hey, if you can cook and clean, we good. Let me move David out of the way. And there we go. Let's keep going.
While I work, I think it's great soft guys want to switch roles. My mother didn't treat me like a prince. For the next woman to treat me like a peasant, drizzle. Soft guy era is the best thing I've seen in years. I'm married, so I can't get in, but I'm with it. Stay strong, kings. This is great. Drizzle is just a call for mutual respect and accountability. Love it. For those of you that don't understand, this is men making fun of women. They talk about equality and got nothing to offer when it comes to being equal. They just want the men to do everything while they lay their feet up and do nothing. Now that we understand what the soft guys era is about, let's take a look at some of the insults these women are throwing at men for standing up for themselves and having standards.
Talking about. You guys are already living this soft guy era. What do you guys want? What do you guys want from women? I want to know, because it's like you guys want more. You guys do.
I want someone who should know they should be paying 100% of the bill.
I finally understand when these males say soft guy era, because I was really confused. I'm like, you want to be pampered like women? Like, what's going on? No. Soft guy era. Did you know that most of these men that are stating this are over the age of 30? Most of them actually over the age of 40 and 50. It's because after 30, most men suffer from ED. Their only option is to be soft.
Now
Hey. She said because y'all actually soft, the soft guy. Oh man, the pain that y'all put these women through, man. Y'all wrong, man. Y'all wrong. All you soft guy era dudes, the drizzles. Shout out to you guys, man. Y'all got them hurting, but you got them thinking. That's the part. You might have many women hurting, but you got some that are thinking like, okay, maybe some of the things that we were asking men to do, they were kind of, off the wall. When they put out the list of restaurants that you cannot take me to, like, are you serious? You are a total stranger to me, and I'm supposed to spend $300 on you on a meal? Total stranger. And so now when guys are saying it, like I love one soft guy video. I don't know if it's on here. The guy says, he says, my suit to go out with you, $800. My nails to get done, $45. My haircut, $60. Including my beard. I mean, it was so crazy how like women always talk about, well, my makeup costs this, that, and this, and my outfit and my shoes. And so to see these soft guy brothers talk about my shoes cost so and so to go on a date with you. So if you're going to take me out, we got to go 50-50 or you're paying 100% because I'm not going to sit up here and waste my time and energy putting on all these expensive clothes and getting my hair cut for somebody that doesn't respect me. Oh, it's crazy. And these women are feeling the pain of it. Ladies, ain't no fun when the rabbit's got a gun, is it? I'm going to ask that again. Ladies, ain't no fun when the rabbit's got a gun. And if you didn't get that one, let's go back to the video. Yeah, it's all about just respect and appreciation. It's about both parties respecting each other and appreciating each other, not one over the other. Shout out to you, Ronald. Yeah. You got to tell him no. Oh, I forgot to put that drop in here. I'm going to put that drop in here tomorrow. You got to tell him no. You got to tell him no. Let's go back to the video.
Insults didn't just stop there. We had a woman who went to the extreme, saying that men are using the soft guy era as a cover-up for them to come out of the closet.
A lot of y'all dudes need to stop trying to play it off and just admit it. Like, a lot of y'all dudes really do want a man. Because I be seeing, like, dudes getting online talk about how they in they soft boy era and they want to be taken care of and they want dates and they want flowers. Like, why as a man do you want somebody to spoil you? Like, as a man, it should make you feel good to provide.
Wait a minute. As a man, it should make you feel good to provide. She said it. As a man, it should make you feel good to provide. For a family, it does feel good. It feels good as a man to provide for your family, for your kinfolk, for your seed, for your legacy. Feels good as a man to provide for your family. I can admit that. For someone you're in a solidified relationship with, I ain't gonna lie. You're in a relationship with them and they're there for you and you're there for them. It feels good. We're talking about a female that I'm just taking out on the first or second date. We're talking about women, ladies, I hate to say it, some of the ladies that are jump offs. It don't feel good to provide for a jump off. I'm sorry, ladies, no. Other than making sure that you got a meal and a hotel to stay in, it don't feel good. It don't feel good to be providing $400, $500 meals to women that I just met you. I don't even know what your last name is. That does not feel good. So when a woman says that it's supposed to feel good, yes, it feels good in the proper context. And men aren't looking for flowers. We're not looking for you ladies to pamper us. All men are saying that we want you to look into this mirror of what we're saying and realize, A, what you're saying is crazy. Anybody gonna spend that type of money on you when I just met you? You're crazy. Not in this economy. B, you want to be respected, you got to give respect. The Bible says treat others as you would treat as you want to be treated. Ladies, that means for you too. If us men got to treat you with respect and appreciation, guess what men expect from you? Yes, I know. I know it's hard, but they're expecting it, ladies. They're expecting, and that's global. So just in case you want to go get a passport and you think you're going to travel to these other countries and you think men don't want appreciation in Tanzania, or you think that you're going to be going to the Black Brothers of Cambodia and you think them brothers don't want appreciation and respect, or you going to come down here, you think you're going to date these Afro-Colombian brothers because they look so delicioso for you, or you're going to date the Dominican brothers and they don't want appreciation and respect. You got men globally tore up. We're simple. Men are the same globally. That's the beauty of being a man. If we don't have nothing that's beautiful about being a man, the fact that we are so simple that like 99% of us around the world are basically the same. You ain't gonna leave a relationship with one man and think you done came up with the other man. It's gonna be basically the same dance, ladies. So if you get your passports, you think that you don't have to show appreciation, respect for men in other countries because you think they're going to spoil you. They're going to be looking for appreciation and respect too, just like you do. I'll say that again, just like you do. I'll say it again, just like you do. So when this sister try to mock Men on that soft guy era, man, y'all ride it out. Hold the line, man. Hold the line. Let's go back to the video.
Do for your woman. Like, what do y'all be doing out here? Like, on a man, because I be seeing like dudes getting online talk about how they in they soft boy era and they want to be taken care of and they want dates and they want flowers. Like, why as a man do you want somebody to spoil you? Like, as a man, it should make you feel good to provide, to do for your woman. Like, what do y'all be doing out here? Like, y'all really be crying because y'all don't get the same stuff that women get. Like, y'all not women, y'all are men. Like, what is y'all doing? Y'all just be too sassy. Like, y'all be wanting to y'all be getting clear coats on y'all nails, clear coats on your toes. Like, what is y'all doing? I remember I took this, like, I don't care, like, I spend money on anybody, even my friends. And I remember, like, I had took this dude to get some sushi, and I was just thinking about it, like, he's really a bad bitch. Like, he went shopping with me, and then I bought him some sushi. Like, a lot of y'all really want to be bad bitches. Like, y'all really want to be baddies. Like, what is wrong with y'all?
She felt that it was something wrong when she sponsored sushi in the mall. These women have told you that you can't take them to Applebee's, Fridays, Cheesecake Factory, Buffalo Wild Wings. You can't take them there. But she felt some type of way when she sponsored one meal in the name of womanhood at the sushi spot in the mall. That's the best that y'all gonna get, fellas. And they gonna fuss about that if you ain't got your passport yet and you ain't had a hot meal. I'm gonna say that again. If you ain't got your passport yet, you ain't had a hot meal, go and get your passport, player. Tomorrow is Monday. The post office is gonna be open. It's the last week of tax season. Tomorrow taxes are due. You get to the post office before everybody else that's slowing down their taxes. Mall sushi. She fussing about mall sushi. Can you get, fellas, that's why guys are saying the soft guy movement. Because can you take a woman on her first date and get her some mall sushi? Have you guys ever taken a woman on a first date and y'all had mall sushi? Mall anything. You can't get her a smoothie in the mall. You got to take her to a smoothie shop. And she's sitting back fussing at us about sushi in the mall. Y'all want to be bad bees. Because she sponsored sushi in the mall. She felt that was a flex. She felt that was disrespectful that she had to do that. Next thing you know, they're going to be in Walmart complaining about, and I got him a slice of Little Caesar's pizza in Walmart or in Target. I can't believe we were in Target and I paid for his Little Caesar slices. Oh, my sisters. I love y'all, though. I love y'all. Shout out to you brothers in the building. Let's get to these super chats real quick. E Breezy, he said, I'll answer your question, E Breezy. Hope I answer your question. That is the introduction. That spot has been around forever. Here in Cali, Colombia, during the pandemic, when all the clubs were closed, everybody donated to that particular club to make sure that club did not get shut down. That club has a lot of history. Plus, on Friday nights, they usually have live entertainment. So you got some of the best live bands that come through there. Some of the best performers throughout salsa history have come through that club. So yeah. Shout out to my man Black by Design in the building with the $10. He said, "What's up, coach? What's up, chat?" He said, "Just got out of study group with Theo. With Theo Woff is in the building. I think I'm making a little progress." That's all it's about. Remember, I said the J curve. Remember, we all walk through the J curve of life. And when you first start, you don't start at the top of your J when you're going after your goals. You start on this side of the J. And the first thing that happens, you go down. and you go through your learning curve and insight, no matter what it is. If you're a parent, you learn to parent down here. If you are a worker, you learn to do your job down here. If you're a student, you learn to be the best student down here. If you're a content creator, a YouTuber, you learn to be the best content creator, and you work your way out of the J, and suddenly you work your way up to the top of the J. You don't start up here in life. You start at the bottom of your J and you drop down to the learning mode. So shout out to all you guys out there that are on learning mode, because after 5 years of doing YouTube, we just celebrated our anniversary last week, and I can tell you that I'm still down here in the J. Now I'm easing my way. I can see me easing my way up. But when I see other content creators that are really doing great things, even though we have, I'm still down here learning in learning mode. Shout out to you guys. As well as the teacher himself, Mr. Theo Wolf, is in the building. Yes, sir, for all that he does for so many. Theo said, I eat sushi in Japan at the mall all the time. He said, it's yummy. And I ate it with a gorgeous Japanese woman, my wife. He said, these average black women they belong to the streets. Yeah, I got to put that drop in there too. Ladies, come on. You got to stop all that fussing. I'm telling you, it's not and she's fussing while guys are just joking about the soft guy era. The soft guy era is kind of like a parody. It's a joke. Guys aren't really looking for this. We're just trying to let you ladies see that, come on, ladies, it's not that serious. And women are really getting upset as if it's really that serious, as if guys really don't listen. You got men getting clear coat, and they get their eyebrows done, and they next thing you gonna know, next thing you know, men are gonna start ironing their clothes, putting on colognes, and smelling good. Well, ladies, I got something for you. Got some news for you. You keep on talking like that, what's gonna happen to some of you ladies? Not all, because there's some really amazing ladies in the United States. Really are. Can't deny that at all. But I will say this. For you ladies that keep on putting content out like this, that's why the post office is going to always stay full of men, not just black men, men going to the post office, getting their passports. They're going to CVS and Walgreens, getting their passport ID taken like I did for $12. Get your passport ID taken at CVS and Walgreens. Take your application that you printed offline. Fill out your application, go get your little money orders, and they're going straight to the airport. And we're going straight to the post office, getting their passports and shooting straight to the airport. They're not arguing anymore. That's the part, ladies, you don't realize these men are no longer going to argue with you, no more fussing with you, cussing at you, going on panels back and forth. The only men that are going on panels with you back and forth are the men that you know are going to stay there, aren't going anywhere. But most men, we don't care. And that's a problem when it comes to the dating arena in the States. So yeah, and you can go to another country such as Japan and be in the mall with a wonderful woman, and guess how that mall sushi gonna taste? It's gonna be yummy. It's gonna be yummy. It's gonna be yummy. If all you guys that don't believe us, go ahead and get a passport and try to prove us wrong. Let's go back to the video.
Like, y'all be getting mad because y'all can't be women. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, who raised y'all? Like, y'all really be getting online talk about, and it's not fair that, like, girl, when has y'all don't want us to be equal to y'all in no other way? Like, why is y'all acting sassy? Like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, y'all is like, y'all want a man. Just admit it. If you want to be wined and dined and you want flowers, you want a fucking man. Just admit it.
While she's joking, you know what often comes across my mind? I'm going to be real quick. Whenever I see a certain women say certain commentaries on online, I'll often think about do they have a man or do they have a husband, and what quality husband they would be? Could you guys see Andrea on TikTok talking like this about men? What about some of the women that you've met in Brazil? Can you see some of those quality women, some of those feminine women in Brazil going on TikTok talking like this? Even though Andrea told you about tonight, which many of you hadn't heard in 5 years, why certain Colombian women prefer foreign men. Notice she didn't put down Colombian men. She said, yeah, they've got qualities here, they've got qualities there, but she never trashed Colombian men, did she? Has Andrea ever done a video that you've seen on YouTube that trashed Colombian men? But then you see this sister here and many other sisters. And I often ask, where's their man? Because I know if you was my woman, oh, we going at it. You going to delete that yet. Delete it. But babe, ain't no babe, delete it. You represent me like I represent you. You are not going to be going on TikTok embarrassing us. Delete it now. You don't control me. Don't worry about it, baby. You ain't got to delete it. So what you going to do? Nothing. Nothing. You ain't got to delete it. You will come home and ain't nothing but empty hangers the next day. She'll come home and ain't nothing but empty hangers. Ain't nothing but she have all her stuff. Ain't nothing but empty hangers in that apartment. I would be gone. Passport and all. Flown away. I ain't dealing with it. And neither should you. That is embarrassing to whoever her man is. Whoever her man is. And if you dating a woman that's like that, that's mouthy like that, guys, you need to put that in check or put an end to that. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Just like our women want us to be respectful in public and act like we got some sense in our head, so it is with social media. If your woman doesn't act like she got some sense in her head, she always got to put something on TikTok, yeah, you need to nip that in the bud, bruh. Because that shows us other men how weak you are. Because anybody that's dating those women that we're going to watch on this video, you got to be a simp. There is no way in hell you're going to have a ring on the finger of somebody that talks like that in public. Come on, fellas, stop me when I'm lying. Like Chantelle. Yeah.
Stone me if you must, but point out where I lie. Stone me if you must, but point out where I lie.
Point out where I lied. I didn't. Let's go back to the video.
Watch. Next y'all gonna be crying because y'all can't be bottle boys. Y'all gonna start trying to be bottle boys. Y'all gonna come out with a Speedo trying to dance and shit so y'all can get some money too, because y'all gonna complain because y'all funny, man. Y'all be wanting a man. This generation is a mess. Like,
she might just be a man herself, considering how she sounds. I don't think men are mad because they can't be women. They're just tired of doing everything just to receive little, if not nothing in return. This is a thing that women does when you reverse their games on them. They start calling you insecure or gay, or better yet, they try to shame you. The reason being is that they can't make men do anything, so they have to resort to insults. Their mouths is their weapon. The bottom line is, this woman is telling you that she's broke and she can't afford you or meet your standards.
Men really decided amongst themselves to make themselves even more undesirable to women. If this is how men are going to act like women, I would rather just hang out with women and the population. For centuries, it has been the case that men are protectors and providers. Let them be in their soft boy era. Let them alone. Try to throw it back in our faces and be like, see, it's ridiculous. No, it's ridiculous coming from you. Let me be very clear when I say this. This is a movement formed by broke men. Men who have the means to be a provider, they don't act like this. They are more than happy to provide for you in the way that you need.
Pause. I'm not broke. Many of you men aren't broke. And I support these men who want appreciation and respect. These dudes do not want what women are getting. All they're asking for is, listen, if I get this for you, if I take you here, if I help you with this, can you at least show me some appreciation? And as your man, can I get some respect? That's a yes or no question, ladies. Notice that women are skirt telling around everything but what needs to be addressed with the soft guy era. The appreciation part and the respect part. Ladies, I'm telling you, and I'm talking to my passport sisters right now. If you cannot respect, if you're not in the habit, and I talk about we are all children of habits. Ladies, I mean this. My passport sisters, if you aren't already in the habit of showing appreciation, respect, giving a man peace and cooperation in the States, do not think you'll take that lack of that habit to another country and you'll get a quality man. Every woman that I see that left the States and are happily married right now is because she had those qualities prior to leaving the States. She was already had the ability to appreciate. She already had the ability to respect, give peace. She already had those qualities, cooperation. So when she got her passport, she left, it was already part of her repertoire. It was part of her toolkit. It was already in her luggage. But if you think that, sister, if you don't build that habit first, I'm giving you the hookup. I see it all the time. Y'all come out here to these countries, and we've traveled everywhere. So don't just think that Colombia is the only place that we go to. And we see the quality sisters get the quality men in foreign countries. And sisters that aren't quality, you get the same type of men, Pookie and Ray Ray with an accent. You get the Spanish Pookie and Ray Ray. You get the Portuguese Pookie and Ray Ray. You get the Pookie and Ray Ray that knows Italian. That knows what's the world's largest language? Mandarin Chinese. You get that version of Pookie and Ray Ray. Why? Because you didn't build the habit of appreciation, cooperation, respect, and peace while you were in the States. And since you didn't think you needed all that, and all you needed was a passport, just like we warn men to have certain qualities before they leave the States, we warn men about this. So it is with you ladies. If you ain't got certain qualities, it don't matter what you got as far as a passport. You got troubles waiting for you. You got troubles waiting for you in another country. Believe that. That one you can take to the bank with you. But let's continue on with the video.
As a woman, I am thankful for the men who have started this movement. The only men who want to have a soft girl life are the broke ones. The fact that men are coming on here and talking about how we have to settle, we don't have to do anything. Like, you can make more money or you will end up alone. Period. And if you don't like that, you as a man should be going into government and trying to change the way that the economics currently are in this country. Do something positive.
She said, do something positive, guys. She said, you should be men going into law and change the government, or you can go get a passport and go to a different government. See how that works? If you guys don't like it, you should go into law and change the government. No, we shouldn't. Keep the government exactly the way it is in the United States. Keep it just like it is. Only thing that you need to do is just change geographical locations, fellas. I'm telling you. Like I said, the three pillars of the passport bro movement is new lifestyle, new laws, new love. You ain't got to change no government. You ain't got to change no laws. You ain't got to run for Congress or nothing to be able to do that.
This woman turned off her comments for a reason. All these women who hate the soft guy era are a bunch of women that hate men. They're single, unmarried, lonely, and living with a cat. They're so mad because these men know their worth and not just putting up with the BS anymore. The one thing a woman hates is when a man knows his worth, because she can't walk all over him. She can do that to a weak man, but not a man who values himself.
Maybe it's because I'm 28, but the whole soft guy era content, it's just not hitting for me. When women talk about getting in their soft girl era, it's because we've acknowledged that men be driving women crazy. Women be letting themselves crash out behind men. Whether it's you be amped up all the time behind a man, or it's just like you want to take better care of yourself as a woman. But this soft guy era shit, y'all are literally just making fun of women. And it's just kind of weird to me. That's why I know I could never do like a social media dude. And I know you're probably thinking like, oh, you're social media. No. Y'all have never seen me like making videos about like, oh, he's sassy. Cause I don't really like that either. I believe men do get to advocate for themselves and stand up for themselves, and I feel like it's a healthy thing to do. Now, is there a little bit of sass out here? Probably, but I don't interact with those kind of men. So I don't know if this is one of those situations where this soft guy content to me is sassy, but can y'all wrap it up and let's talk about real shit? Thank you.
Women fought for equality. Why do women deserve better and not equal treatment? 50-50 is the bare minimum because that's equal. And if those men start traveling overseas, they are really gonna know what it's like to be treated very well by a woman. Period. If you broke, just say so. We are no longer accepting mediocrity. Thought y'all were strong, independent, educated boss babes. Drizzle, drizzle. Find another woman then. We need more safe spaces for men. A handful of men decided to make videos and talk, just like most women do. And all of a sudden it's all wrong. Maybe do some self-check and make a change. Respectfully, you're missing the point. The point is soft guys are asking for reciprocity. This woman don't even understand what the soft guys era is about. But she's so quick to come defend women. They wonder why men won't open up to them and talk about their problems. Because when they do, this is the type of reactions they get. The soft guys era is just men saying they've had enough, and they want the reciprocity in return.
I don't want that medical. I'm gonna cry. I'm trying to get this off, and I need a screwdriver. I just wish someone would pull over and help me.
Womp womp. I'm in my soft guy era. If we break down on the side of the road and you can't change the tire, you can't even assess what's wrong with the vehicle, you are less than a 3 and you don't deserve a king like me. I'm sorry, but I'm in my soft guy era. If you don't even know how to use scissors properly, you are not worth my time. I'm in my soft guy era. If you can't drop $100 on my synthetic oil change, you're legit a 0.
What's actually hilarious is the amount of women that are outraged by this soft guy era, because basically these men are flipping the roles on them and they realize how ridiculous and unrealistic it sounds when a man says it, but then when they say it, it's not ridiculous. Like, some women have even gone as far as to call these men gay and act really homophobic towards them for simply asking for what they're asking for. And what I get from it, even if it is a joke, jokes aside, it's about reciprocation, and it's showing how many women expect it automatically because their inflated egos are telling them that they deserve it no matter what, without any reciprocation. And I don't know about you guys, but any relationship that you're in deserves appreciation, reciprocation, and I think a lot of you guys need to go back to kindergarten where we learn to treat others how you want to be treated. Because if you don't want to be used, then don't use people. If you don't want to be looked at as a paycheck, don't be a gold digger. If you want respect, you have to give respect. If you want someone to be compassionate and considerate, you have to be compassionate and considerate. And yes, this absolutely goes both ways. So the fact that so many women are showing the fact that they'll never reciprocate the same energy, this explains why so many men are out here, just match my energy and I'll match yours. And the problem is, it's not happening. It's the same way that so many women will come online and bash men and talk shit about men and talk about their first dates being awful. But the moment that my platform or other women like me call out toxic behaviors, it's a problem. So y'all can talk shit about men and their toxic behaviors, but when women call you out on your own toxic behaviors, it's different. Anyways, drizzle, kings. Okay, bye.
Drizzle. She put it out there. Hey, we support you, brothers. Shout out to my man, Big Trigger in the building. Shout out to you, brother, being here with the $2 super chat. Shout out to you, brother. And my man, Morning Drive Coffee Break, always here showing love. Shout out to you being here, brother. And I am so glad to hear that you said that you're recovering from liver transplant. And he said, I will be using my passport very soon. Count down, drizzle. He said, and quite frequently, mind you, quite frequently. Yes, sir. Definitely, man. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're getting better, man. Always keep us posted on how your health is doing as well. My man Will in the building, them Cleveland boys at it again. He said, I will be traveling overseas for 38. He said, I have been traveling overseas for 38 years. And not one woman complained about cooking or taking care of me. That's true. He said, not one time was I harassed or racially profiled. That's true. I got treated better outside the U.S. 'Tis true. But the U.S., we got y'all. All you brothers and sisters that have never been outside the U.S. for real, and I'm not talking about Canada or Mexico or the Caribbean islands. I'm talking about you really flew somewhere, that it took a few hours to get there. I'm telling you, it's a whole new world waiting for you. He's 100% correct. And there will be people that will go into the comments of this video and have 2 cents to say about, but the United States, red, white, we love the United States, but we're telling the truth. How we're treated as people of color outside the United States, we're treated. I've never been treated as an American in the States. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Not one. I've never had a day from the day I was born. I left the United States at 50. Not one day have I ever been treated as an American. As a male, yes, I have. As a black male, yes, I have. As a Midwesterner, yes, I've been treated as a Midwesterner by people in other parts of the country that say, hey, you ain't from here. You're from the Midwest, right? There you go. You one of the Detroit boys. As a black man, all day, every day from birth, from the cartoons that I watched to the commercials that I saw, from sports to school, I was always reminded I'm blackity black, 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 black. 4th of July, we come together, or Memorial Day, we come together and we talk about America as Americans. But we don't feel, come on, we feel like barbecuing, but I don't feel on 4th of July like I'm all American, like I'm like this. Some of you military brothers, you don't feel like American on 4th of July. You feel more American on Memorial Day than you do on 4th of July. Let's be real. The love and respect and appreciation for what you military brothers have done is usually on Memorial Day, but nobody talks like that about you on the 4th of July. And then you got a passport. And nobody has, since I've traveled, when I was every country I've gone to, every stamp I got on my passport, I can tell you this, the first thing that ever came out of their mouths when it came to me and many other brothers are, you American. No, I'm black. No. Yeah, we know that part. But you American first. No, I am blackity black. No, got you. Well, got you on that, Andre. You black. But you American. I have never heard that in my life. 50 freaking years walking the planet. Well, actually walking throughout 50 states, 50 years in 50 states. Nobody ever told me I was American. I'm talking about face to face. I'm not talking about check this box on an application. I'm not talking about when they say, well, we're celebrating 4th of July because we Americans. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about nobody ever told me face to face one time. I've never had a kid, a dog, a goldfish, nothing. No, a woman, Nobody ever said to me, politician, non-politician, police officer, fireman, nobody ever, mama, grandmama, cousin, them, nobody ever looked me in my face and said, you an American. Ever. Ever. And a lot of you guys are just like me. You ain't never heard that you're American until you got your dang passport. And that's all you've been hearing ever since. Hey, American. Hi, American. How you doing, American? Tell me about America. How's America? Tell me the truth about America. How you know I know the truth? Because you're American. Then they talk about you're a black man, or they talk about you're Afro-Colombian, meaning our ethnicity. I mean, African-American, meaning our ethnicity. So first we're Americans. Then they ask us, because we're African Americans, our ethnicity, then our race comes last. They talk about us being black. I ain't been to one country yet where they talked about my blackness first. Not a one. I was all up in Europe with number of white folks. I've been down here in South America with my black and Latin brothers and indigenous brothers and sisters. Ain't nobody asked me one time about being black. You're American. Tell me about America. And you guys in the comment section, put a 1 in the comment section. If I'm lying, we got 113 people in here, and not everybody's a traveler. Put a 1 in the comment section if your first time ever being called an American was outside of America, or treated like an American was outside of America. I put my 1 in. I ain't stupid. Put a 1 in the comment section if the first time in your life you were ever treated like an American. They looked at you like one. They talked to you like you was one. You couldn't hide it. They could tell from you. You could keep your mouth shut and be in the presence of 3,000 black people, and they will point you out. That's the American right there. 3,000 black people, and they will point your American tail out. You're not one of you. You ain't one of us. You're American. How you know? I'm black too, yes, but you are American. We can see it. Your energy is different. Your presence is different. How you act and behave is different. You ain't from here. And we can tell you ain't from Africa, and you're not an islander. You're American. First time I ever experienced that. And some of you guys who are watching our channels, our Passport Bro channels and our Passport Sisters channels, the Passport Families channels, you watch our channels and you can't relate to none of what we're saying. You know why? Because you're going to live and die, and no one will ever tell you that you are an American. Ever. You'll never hear that come from somebody's mouth for the first time. That's why I'm saying it was 50 years before I ever heard somebody say that to me. Well, you know, you're American though. What? No, I'm black. No. Yeah, that's true, but you're American first. What? Somebody called me American first instead of black first? What's my point? When it comes to this soft guy era, there are some guys out there that's really trying to open up the eyes of these women, and it's not going to happen. What they're doing is showing you how they're going to respond. Forget talking about showing you respect, cooperation, reciprocity, showing you peace. Forget that. You guys getting your nails done. You guys are trying to do what Kevin Samuel said. They're going to always throw sign language. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. And the first thing that you just saw from those videos were the ladies throwing shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. And ladies, I'm telling you, I'm not coming at you at all. Don't think I'm one of those brothers, because I talk about the Passport sisters and the Passport families as well. And I kid you not. You chasing these dudes away. Well, we don't want them anyway. Okay. Okay, you don't want them? Hit them, Jay-Z.
I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay.
You don't want them? Okay. Okay. But when they leave, you know what I always said, The reason why y'all putting these TikTok videos out on these dudes, because these dudes sleep with y'all, and then the next morning they get on flights. Oh, we don't want to talk about that. Some of you dudes, y'all know that y'all got a flight booked for Wednesday. And you having sex with these American women, and you having good sex with them. And then you get on a plane and leave her. And they go on a TikTok because they hurt. They are hurt. How dare you have sex with them for 4 years and then get on a plane and go to Brazil and live the life that you're supposed to be living 5 years ago? How dare you? We're going to TikTok. Kid you not. I kid you not. It's sad how it's going down like it is in the States. But hey, for those of us that aren't in the States, so be it. Shout out to my man Will once again. Shout out to you, brother, for that. Got treated better outside the States. He never lied. He said, I've been about 15 countries when I was in the Navy from 91 to 94. Thank you for serving, Will, and all of you other brothers that have served. Thank you very much for your service, brothers. Oh, yeah. He says everything. He said everything at Will the Thrill said was true. He said once you leave, you don't want to come back because the way you are treated is unmatched. I'm going to quote the poet, the czar, the guru, the lead attorney. And I got this as one of our shorts. Lead attorney said this, and he was so serious. He looked to the camera and he said, I'm gonna tell you guys, because you guys know who don't know. Lead attorney used to live in Mexico off and on for about a good 6 years, right? And he said that if you were born 1,000 times and lived 1,000 lives in the United States, you will never understand how you get treated by other people in other countries. You will never understand it. Never. I don't care how much you think you know about the world. You don't know a damn thing until you get out here and actually, sisters, I'm talking to you too. I'm talking to you too. You can live 1,000 lives, being born 1,000 times in the United States, and you will never understand how will you be treated as a person. That's because people want money from you. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Because many of these countries, they got money, big money as well. They just try to use it so they can get a green card. Stop using that lame American excuse. Because a lot of us ain't going back to the States. It will amaze you. It's 9 million Americans that ain't lived in the States in 20 years. 9 million of us that ain't going back. And it's steady growing. So when y'all sit back and think they just want to be with y'all for a green card, can't get a green card for somebody that ain't going back to the States to live. We'll go visit. I'm a guest in the United States. I'm a tax-paying guest. I'm like your cousin that used to live in the same neighborhood with y'all, but then I moved and I come back every once in a while. That's me. I'm a guest in the United States. But you're a citizen, yes, but I don't live there. The United States that I know is gone. It's moved on. I've been gone 6 years. Yep, it's gone. It's a whole new United States. Like I always say, United States was that girl I took to the prom. But she don't look like that no more. So yeah, you do get treated different. Until you go to another country, I promise you, you will not know what we're talking about. Shout out to my man E Breezy once again. What's the best area to stay near the airport out north? You gonna quit asking me these consultation questions. I know that much. I ain't gonna even go into details. Out north. I talked about this last video. Out north. Y'all want the consultations? Y'all want the thorough information? Consultation. Got your back, brother. Shoot me an email. Shoot me an email, and I got you guys' backs. And you guys know my consultations. I am thorough. Thorough. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to my man Mick Tyler in the building as well. With the $5 super sticker for the love of the game. Shout out to you guys. Let's get ready. And Zeta is in the building also. He says, shout out to all the guys like me who got on that flight to come back to the States after leaving overseas. And you shed a tear or two. Because I did. I ain't gonna lie. I cried. All you do is just sit up there. So y'all on the other side of the camera. And y'all can pretend like y'all didn't cry on that flight back to the States. I ain't gonna lie. I was like... Andrea mama cried. Her grandmama started crying. Andrea was crying. Then her dad started crying. I'm walking to the plane. I'm trying to hold back my even before then. Even before I met Andrea and I was in Medellin. Man, my flight, and I was only in Medellin for like 4 or 5 days. Man, my flight back. I'm like, okay, Ace, I'll see you later, brother. I'll holler at you. Man, I had to get back on that plane. And all them cool brothers I had met in Medellin back in 2016, 2017, 18. Man, I'm getting on this plane. Buckling my seatbelt. I'm good. I'm all right. Yeah, I'm good. Can I get some water? Excuse me, stewardess, can I get some? Thank you. Sitting back in my seat, grabbing my little cell phone. I think I had a flip phone at that time period or whatever it was. And I'm scrolling through my photos of when I first got off the plane and all the little photos and all the cool dudes I hung out with, all the little ladies that I met in Medellin. The plane ain't even took off yet. The plane ain't took. I wasn't even trying to hide my. I wasn't sitting up. You know how we do the cool cry, kind of like hold your breath cry. Man, I wasn't even trying to hold my breath. I'm looking down at my photo. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I probably went through my photos in my phone every day. It had to be a week or two. I'm at work. I'm scrolling through. I'm supposed to be working. I'm scrolling through Medellin photos, videos that I done recorded. Then Ace Live had me in a few of his original videos. So I'm going to Ace's channel, just reflecting back on that. Well, yeah, I remember when we recorded that video that day. You'd have thought that I had left Medellin 20 years ago. It was only 2 days ago, and I'm sitting up there still reminiscing. Some of you guys do that about Brazil. Some of you guys do that about Colombia. Some of you guys got Cancun, Mexico, your amazing trips. Some of you guys had some amazing trips when you went to Cuba, when you went to Asia. Some of you guys got some greater European trips. Shout out to all you guys in Germany. UK, some of you guys went to UK and had a good time. Some of you guys went to Turkey and Dubai. And you looking back at those photos, you get back on that plane going back to the States, man, you talking about brutal. Man, I had one brother, true story before we go back to the video. This brother came down to Cali, had a ball for 2 weeks. Got back on that plane. This dude sent me the video of him he said, Dre, man, I need to talk to you when I get back. He holding back the tears in the video. He said, Dre, I need to talk to you when I land back in the States. I said, all right, dog, I'm gonna hit you up when you get back in the States. He holding back the tears. So I know when he got on that plane, he ready to cry. Flew back to Dallas. He was an oil man. You know, all you Texas dudes that's, you know, and work on the oil rigs and things like that. And he thought that he had to be back at work Monday. So he leaves Sunday to go back to work Monday. How come when he gets back to the States, they call him that Monday morning and tell him, well, we decided to kind of postpone you guys coming back to work on Monday. You got another 5 days off. How come that Negro did not even unpack his bags? He just left Cali Sunday night, getting back in Texas. He had flown all day. This brother hadn't even unpacked his bags on Monday. Soon as he got that message saying you got another 5 days, how come this dude was back in Cali Monday night, found him a flight, and was back in Cali Monday night? I said, man, I said, bro, I thought you was gone. He said, man, they gave us another 5 days off. That man said, listen, any country that could make me feel that the way that it made me feel, I got to get back to it as soon as possible. So if they give me that brother looked at his phone. I said, bro, you only had enough time to look at your phone to book a flight. You didn't have enough time to call family and tell family that you're back in the country. He said, I ain't told nobody I'm back. He said, man, as far as my family know, I was in Cali and I'm still in Cali. He said, because I'm still in Cali. And if you do not have a passport, if you're a couple, if you're a sister back in the States, or if you are a brother back in the States, you cannot relate to that feeling. You cannot relate to going to Italy, Sicily. You can't relate going to Barcelona and you in Spain. You can't relate to getting on that train and taking a train from Barcelona to Paris. You can't relate to that. You can't relate that it's only an hour plus flight from Paris to London. You can't relate to that. Riding the subway trains everywhere you go as if you driving. You can't relate to that. So when y'all go on TikTok and making these videos about us, it's because you don't know what you're talking about. Get your passport. And if after you got your passport and you experience it and we don't know what we're talking about, so be it. But I'm telling you, it's a life-changing experience. And lead attorney was right. If you lived 1,000 lives, 1,000 births, you will not be able to relate to how you will be treated outside the United States. So true. So true. Theo said, Russian women treat me well. Oh, yeah. I've been in that world of Russia and Ukraine. Oh, they got some fine ones. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Memories. Good times. He said, Japanese women respect me, and I married one. We had World War II and nukes. I mean, he said we had World War and nukes. And who treats me worse? Average black women. This is why I use my passport. And it's not just about black women, because our white brothers and our Asian brothers and our Latin brothers are saying the same. They're on the same flights with us now. They didn't say it by 2030, 40% of all black women will be single. No, they said by 2030, 40% of all women will be childless and single. Meaning ain't nobody putting no babies up in you, and ain't nobody trying to marry y'all. Hold the line, fellas. Hold the line. And all the good men will be married. What's that stat that there's over, 600,000 more married men in the United States than there are women? Men getting married. Ladies, okay. Okay, let's go back here.
I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay.
Will the Thrill say consultations I'm trying to tell them about the consultations. Get one. Yeah, dude be hitting me with the consultations emails. He said 2 emails in your box. We'll talk. Shout out to you, brother. Remember, guys, that this week I won't be talking to anybody and I won't be responding to any emails just because I'll be recouping. And your girl in there is going to be on me like a panther, making sure that I do everything that I'm supposed to do as far as my recuperation. Yeah. Shout out to Andrea. I love her. I remember when I first started, when Andrea and I first got married. Not first dated, but got married. And I remember how her family used to always say how Andrea has a strong personality as far as like, let's do this, let's go that, let's do this, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. And initially I was like, I'm the man. You don't tell me what I need to do. And usually like stuff that as far as my health and as far as the family is concerned, it was always positive stuff. But I'm so busy trying to be the man until it hit me one day. I don't need Andrea to be in the habit of looking out for my best while I'm young and healthy. I need her to keep that habit. So when I'm 75, 85, she's already in the habit of looking out for my well-being. So that's why I learned why I'm still feeling young and healthy and spry, almost 57 years old. That's why I learned to keep my mouth shut. If Andrea say, babe, you need to make sure you do this. You drinking water? Babe, did you eat today? I keep my mouth shut. I don't fuss about it at all. Why? Because when I hit 80, she gonna say, did you drink your water today? Did you take your medication today? Did you have wait a minute. How many meals have you eaten? I'm on my way home to cook for you. So Andrea's strong personality may look strong now, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm not stupid. I'll need that strong personality. Because it's stuff that we forget as men. As we get older, we'll forget something. And your wonderful wife will remember it. Or your wonderful girlfriend. So shout out to the women that look out for our well-being. Shout out to you ladies. Yeah, man. Yeah. He said passports costs in the U.S. will double in a few. Yeah, I think so too. I think the prices for passports are going to go up too. Because they saying like right now, like 47%, almost 50% of Americans are now getting their passports now. He said, man, I went to Portugal for Afro Nation. Man, bruh, I want to go there. If you guys don't know what the Afro Nation celebration is, you need to look it up. If you want to go to a black celebration with Afro beats and everything, bruh. Yeah, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm kind of jealous, brother. I'm kind of jealous of that one. And did not want to leave. That weekend, it was extended for an extra month. Shout out to you for that one. I don't blame you for that. I don't blame you for that one at all. Let's go back to the video. I know you guys got a lot of comments. Let's go back to the video, though. Let's finish this one off.
These women are so mad to hear themselves talk. It's hilarious because the soft guys era men are saying the exact same thing these women are saying. They expect special treatment but don't want to return the favor. It's no wonder why more and more men are going overseas. Dating in the West is done.
We done with the whole masculine provider male era. We're in our soft guy era.
So one of my girlfriends just brought me to Chipotle, and I'm like, what are we doing here? Do I look like the type of man that eats at Chipotle? Like, show some respect. So then she took me to Applebee's, and I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. I Ubered out of there. Kings, know your worth. Don't let these girls take you to these trash restaurants. Like, I wanted a filet mignon. How am I supposed to get that at Applebee's? Do I really look like an Applebee's type of guy? I don't even know. I'll probably give her the silent treatment for like 2 days. And frankly, it was so stressful that I'm spending the rest of the day burning 0 calories. It's my 0 calorie day today. Babe, I want some hot chocolate. Okay.
All right, ladies. The men have decided if you can't beat them, join them. So drizzle, drizzle to your sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? At the end of the day, you told men that they were toxic just for being men. You told men that strength and macho behavior and all the rest of the things that come along with being a man, those things are all bad. Put them away. Okay. They said no problem. They have no problem being in their soft guy era. So I hope you're not concerned about who's going to be taking out the trash, because guys have decided you, princess, you get to take out the trash. And while we're talking about royalty, I hope you're not wanting to be a passenger princess, because these guys, they want that treatment too. Fair is fair, right? Anything you can do, they can do. All right, well, they've decided to match your sass, and now they're embracing it. So I hope that you get everything that you wanted, because ladies, y'all have created some monsters, okay? So buckle up and enjoy the ride. I don't think it's ending anytime soon. Drizzle, drizzle.
She is correct. Men have given women exactly what they wanted, and they do not like it. Remember, men, for a woman to come into your life, she's got to be able to provide and protect you. If you need all of your bills paid, let her handle it. If she can't plan dates, open your car door. You need to let her go. Find someone that will.
This is too funny.
Before we go any further into this, you know why you're finding so many women that are finding this hilarious and they're supporting it? Because the same women that talk down on passport bros, the same women that were out there talk about drizzle, drizzle. I'm talking about sprinkle, sprinkle. And we're out there talk about toxic masculinity. These were the same women that were talking about these young ladies and calling them pick-me's. Remember that? Oh, you getting married, you a pick-me. You want a husband, you a pick-me. Remember they was putting them down? That's why those women right now, the ones that they was dogging out, now they got something to hang their hat on now too. That's why you see so many women that were getting put down for being called a pick-me. Now they're like, drizzle, drizzle, bitch. Drizzle, drizzle. They're supporting the men 100% because those ladies put them down, talk about you a pick-me this, a pick-me that, a pick-me-sha. So all those women that got attacked, they're supporting the soft guy movement as well. So do realize that. Don't let that slide by.
It's great. I can't begin to tell you how much I appreciate that these dudes kicked off the soft guy era. I support the movement 100%. Just look at this. You see, men like to be pampered too, just like we do. The joy it brings me to see these beautiful women taking care of their men.
This has to be the best trend that ever existed in this era, because now you ladies will understand how ridiculous you sound if the shoe were on the other foot. So no need to get all hell and bent and get mad with the gentleman for saying such thing. You see, when it came off out of another person's mouth and it happens to be a man, all of you are so bothered. But think about it, you guys has been pushing and pushing, even for women like me who tell you guys don't be hoeing around. No, but you guys decided to report videos that actually give you some advice that this is not how you should be doing. And then some of you older lady thought that you 50, you still want to have your standards so high. Lady, go look in the mirror. Old and worn out, nobody want. They always want fresh food, okay? The same. If I were to eat fruits, if my fruits has turned bad, I probably wouldn't want to eat it. So, just humble thyself and leave the guys alone. You guys have so many outlet to to spread hatred towards men. So now it's their era. So I support the soft guy era. Drizzle, drizzle for shizzle, gentlemen.
This movement is a wake-up call for all men. This next clip you're about to watch is a perfect example of women trying to shame men for wanting better.
This is embarrassing for black men. Well, fuck it. I'll hop in then and I'll say the same thing. I am in my soft guy era. Now it's embarrassing for all men that we're holding our standard the exact same way that you have a standard for us. Okay. That's the women playbook. They'll either call you insecure, they'll call you gay, which is homophobic, don't do that, or they'll try to shame you. Why do women do that? Because that's their internal playbook. They can't actually make men do anything physically, because obviously we're stronger. So throughout history, that's how they've gotten to control men. However, since y'all wanted equal rights and equal pay so bad, and now that you've gotten it, it's only fair that we go 50-50 in the relationship. Which at this point in the video would invoke you saying, oh, like you're a broke, insecure guy. Naturally, but I don't know if you could tell, that is my water view. According to y'all, I'm a high value man. Like, I'm what y'all want. You want a 6-figure man over 6'1" that is well endowed. But the thing is, asking for 50-50, like if you guys are like, oh, I'd love to go 50-50 with a man, that's fine. But the thing is, y'all are asking for everything provided for, which is, you know, a guy like me could do it. Most guys can't do it, but I could do it. But imagine if a guy said that. A guy, like, and it just speaks to the ego that y'all have, that y'all think you're all worth a guy paying for everything, when you guys make the exact same because that's what you wanted.
Another tactic these birds try to use is race to shame men. Race has got nothing to do with men wanting better treatment from their women. It's crazy enough it had to come to this, where it went viral for so many men to be heard. Men, you hold the key to the relationships and marriages. Don't just give it to just any woman.
Chapter 1, verse 5. No broke hoes. Relocation 2, verse 3. If she's not reciprocating energy, cut her off. If she can't do for you what you do for her, cut her off. This is what it means to be in your soft guy era. We stand on business.
Shout out to the brothers that put that video together. Shout out to them. Soft guy era 2024. T-shirts coming your way. The drizzle shirts. Oh, we're gonna be dropping some drizzle shirts. Oh, we're gonna be coming out with them soft guy era shirts. Believe you me. He said the narrative is speaking like it's a Discovery Channel. I know, right? Drizzleations, chapter 1, verse 1. No broke women. Oh my God! Shout out to you. He said Andrea love crossing borders. He said IQ says I caught almost 400 in savings. I did the math. 100. That's right. See what I'm saying? $100 facial should have been facial. I think it was saying facial. $40 haircut. $15 eyebrows. Gotta keep hey brothers. I know. I ain't saying you gotta have your eyebrows looking like some of our Dominican brothers was like just super perfect. But if your eyebrows looking crazy, yeah, brother, you need to go ahead and talk to your barber about getting that taken care of along with your beard, bro. Don't just get your beard looking good, but you still got the Spider-Man in your hair, in your eyebrows. Nah, man. Don't do that. Take care of your eyebrows, brothers. He said $60 on a manicure, pedicure. Got to take it. Dude, I was probably the most anti-pedicure brother that you will ever meet in life. I was like, man, I ain't going to pedicure shop. That's where the ladies go, man. Let the ladies have something. That's what I used to say. Let the ladies have something. Then one day, I was walking in the mall in Chippy Choppy here. Let me get a pedicure. But she got to be fine. So I had a cutie do my bruh. Took about 30 years off my feet. And then I went to the podiatrist for your feet. And I started going there where they really take care of your feet. Some of y'all got tore feet just because you don't get your feet taken care of. I'm telling you, y'all talking to the most anti pedicure dude that you ever wanted to meet. Hell no, I'm a dude. Man, I got my feet taken care of. Brand new feet. You will never know how ugly your shit is until you get it done. And the after results of how young your feet look after you get them feet taken care of, bruh. He ain't lying. Manicure. You got to take care of, dude, you can't be giving nobody the finger and you got rough nails. Come on, you can't be all up in there like, come on, fellas. You can't be all up in there like that. All on her G-spot and your nails all toe up, full of dirt and everything, but you all on her G-spot. And then you going to put yourself in her with all the dirt from your nails all in her G. No, bruh. Get your nails taken care of so it be smooth when you go up in there. You smooth. I'm talking. Are we not doing barbershop talk tonight or what? Or are we just gonna play around? I'm gonna come back to you, IQ. Man, some of y'all try to put y'all hands inside a woman and they get to squirming, and it ain't because it feel good. It because you got a hangnail. You got that little edge coming off the side of your neck. Man, if you don't get yourself somewhere, get your nails taken care of so it can be smooth trailing toward that G-spot. It's these little things y'all got to think of. All right, if you don't do it, don't worry about it. I bet you the next man have it running smooth in there for her. I bet. Don't worry about getting your nails done, bro. Don't get your feet done, nothing. Don't get no cologne. Don't do nothing. All these suggest eyebrows, keep your eyebrows the way they are. Just take care of your beard. You ain't got to do nothing else. You know why? Because it's going to be a brother how I used to be, right there, running in your woman, deep, with a manicure, hitting G-spots with your beat up fingers. Get that taken care of. Ain't nothing wrong with us brothers being spoiled. Because I'm telling you, them Latin brothers, they ain't never got a problem with being spoiled. They women love it. Oh yeah, I'm coming out with that drizzle. Hey, that right there, the Drizzleations shirt as well. Drizzleations 1 and 1. Chapter 1, verse 1. Yes, sir. He said, man, he said, man, don't have a problem with providing for a woman. Never have. Absolutely. He said, men have a problem with a woman who can't provide for herself, demanding a provider. That's the part. Didn't Neo sing in the song? He said, I want to do for a woman, but who can do for herself. Miss Independent, the song wasn't about you ain't got nothing. It was about you had something. And if I want to take you somewhere, you can still go with me, baby. But at least I knew that you weren't broke. Man, you got broke chicks out here trying to get flew out. Man, and y'all flying them out too, man. Y'all flying broke chicks out. I'm going to tell you something. The few chicks that flew out to see me when I was in the States, they paid for their own flight. Yes, they stayed with me, but they paid for their own flight. I remember this one sister, man. She was 6 feet. She was I think I mentioned this to you guys. She worked for NASA. She was like, literally, this sister was literally a rocket scientist. Chocolate as, boy, you talking about chocolate and beautiful. 6 feet of gorgeous chocolate and a rocket scientist. And she flew out to see your boy. Kid you not? Shout out to Plenty of Fish. Shout out to POF back in the day. Theo said, I never paid for a woman. He's never paid a woman's rent or costs abroad. In the U.S., it's the norm here. If I want a poor woman, I'll find an American woman. Y'all some monsters. Y'all some monsters. Mom, get that mask, man. He said, Spider-Man and his amazing friends. Yeah, for real. For real. Some of you brothers got to stop playing. Get your eyebrows You know, at least get to use the clippers to at least go over them. You ain't got to get them lined up if you don't want to, but at least get the clippers to go over them, man. Some of y'all get hit in the face with an eye. Y'all think that was an eyelash. No, that was an eyebrow. Some of y'all got eyebrows so long, man, y'all looking like the old man in the movie Up. Okay? Get that taken care of, man. Some of y'all in y'all 40s, eyebrows looking like the old man in the movie Up. The animated movie. With the talking dog. Y'all know what movie with the balloon is in the house. That's how your eyebrows looking. Come on now. Get that little thing. It's the little thing. Drizzleations 1 and 1. If Jesus can't say he say, well, for real. He say, why you trying to broke hoes need to be waffed off? I didn't get that one, Zeta. You started off good, but I didn't get the last. He said, why you trying to broke girls need to be waffed off or waved off. Broke girls need to be waved off. They should be waved off. That's straight up, man. I can't remember the last time I got some unemployed coochie. I'm gonna say that again. I can't tell you the last time I got some unemployed coochie. Unemployed? What? Well, I'm filling out applications. Filling out applications to me is like a person that's had a bunch of engagements. You ain't married yet. You ain't got a job? Oh, nah, you don't need to be focusing on no sex over here, baby. You need to be focusing on a job. Let me go ahead and let you go. I can't remember the last time I had a chick that was unemployed. I don't care how fine she is. If you broke, I need somebody that was too tired. Babe, what you doing tonight? I'm tired, Andrea. I just got off work. That was me. What you doing tonight, baby? Nothing, baby. I got to study. I got a term paper to do. I got an essay to do tonight. What you doing tonight, baby? You know, baby, I got to get up early in the morning for work. A chick with and I'm like, dude, I was like that in Colombia. Oh, don't think it was just United States. You think, see, y'all date sexy Brazilian and Colombians that ain't got no job. Not your boy. I wish I would. You think I'm gonna come from the States and never want to date an unemployed chick? You think I'm gonna come to Colombia and all of a sudden date unemployed chick? Y'all grab it at man. No. Just in case you guys ever wonder if I ever smashed a chick with no job in Colombia. No, hell no. Y'all do that. That's what y'all do, deal with broke bitches. Not me, not your boy. No, that's all right. I don't care if she had a job at McDonald's ice cream shop. You know how Colombians love ice cream. She got a job. But to be 100%, you ain't got nothing? You ain't in school? You ain't got no job? Oh, no, I'll leave them females for y'all. I'll leave broke bitches to y'all. Have at it. Me? Mm-mm. No. No, for real. No broke hoes will have them all in their feelings. Yup. That's for real, brother. Preach. He said, and that's the one thing men. He said one thing, man. He said that's all the Western women care about is that they care about a guy that makes 6 figures, having all this money, all these monies, and all these nice cars and all this crappy stuff. Absolutely correct, Wade. And then when you get rid of them, guess where they're going back to? Their mama's house. I'm gonna say this again. Women don't talk to women and tell them the truth about when you're dating a rich man and if he doesn't want you anymore. A lot of women move in with their rich man in his $4 million mansion, and he will kick you out 4 years later, and you moving back in with your mama. You moving back in with your mama because you thought that you hit the come up, you hit the lick. And so you done moved out your apartment 3 years ago to be in his multi-million-dollar mansion. And he done kicked your little happy tail to the curve. Absolutely correct. He said, give her that Quasimodo a thick thumb for real. That's serious. That is serious. Grooming and appearance are a must, especially here in Colombia. Colombia, I'll say South America. I can say this safely about South America. South America is not hung up as much on brands as they are on fashion. Like if you're a person that's into fashion, like you're well groomed, your t-shirt is ironed, your slacks or your pants are ironed, you got deodorant on, you've taken care of those nose hairs. Hint, hint, older guys. Us guys over 45, take care of that. Women do see that. Think of guys, we're talking about grooming. How tall are you? 5'10", 6'3", 6'4". What's the average height of the average woman that you guys going out with? 5'7", 5 foot, 5'5". She walk up on you, there go my baby, and all she see is a forest in your mother nostrils. Is they all hanging out like spider webs coming out of your nose. Man, if you don't get some little mini scissors and get one of those mirrors that reflect right like the women use for their makeup, get one of those mirrors that reflect right in your and get the clipping. Some of y'all need lawn service, True Green Chem Lawn, to come help you take care of that lawn that you got known as your nostrils. Some of y'all, y'all got so much grass in y'all nostrils, they could play the Super Bowl right now in your nostrils. They could have the NFL Combine running up and down the field doing a 40-yard dash and all that grass and gridiron you got in your nostrils. You wonder why you snoring while you sleeping. Some of y'all can't no air get in. Man, if you don't clip them damn nostrils, you sitting up there thinking you super cool. Realize women got to look up in your nose. If she's shorter than you do, we're talking about grooming. I ain't gonna take all that. Yeah, you're gonna be one of them to come out the money. Yeah, I can see that now. See, dudes that don't want to take care of their grooming, they don't want to take none of this advice. Them the ones that got to pay for play. I said it. I ain't got to pay for you, but you still, that's your habit, ain't it? I can stop if I wanted to. Sure you can. Sure you can. Take care of your eyebrows. Dudes, y'all over 50? You ready? That ear hair, get those clippers that clean out the ears, bro. Get those ones that's like a circle. Yeah, take that ear. That ain't cute either. Women notice that here in South America. Just in case you wonder, women notice that. South American women care about a man's grooming. Don't give a fuck about your brand. I got a Versace shirt on. Okay, cool. That's cool. I got the latest Iversons on. That's cool. But if your eyebrows, your nostrils, your ears looking crazy, looking like a forest fire, come on, man. You've been fit. You in the gym. You looking all good. You all been to the gym. You got your tan on. You looking good. You got your Wesley Snipes tan going because you know they like the Chocolate Brothers. You walking through Colombia and you ain't got nothing but crazy looking ass eyebrows. And if a female walk up on you, she thinking like 9 spiders about to crawl out your nostrils. And she looking at your ears as if mosquitoes have nested in your ear. And that ain't nothing but hair coming out your... Dude, you got to take care of all that, bro. You an older man now. Us older... When you young, under 25, you ain't got to worry about all that. Your eyebrows are just right. Your hair, your nose hairs ain't growing yet. You ain't got nothing in your ears. Over 35? You might want to start taking care of that. Yeah. If you want to keep on smashing 20-year-olds, And when I mean 20s, I mean like 23, 24, 29s. Or you going to be living in the paper play realm. That's where you're going to be living. You know, like the friend zone, you're going to be in the paper play zone. Stay there for all eternity. Because any real woman in Colombia was, man, they, what? But I'm fit. Yeah, you fit. And you might be able to smash it for a couple months. But I smash I smash your main chick for a couple days. That's all I need it for. Remember how I used to be, bro. Y'all just, if y'all do not want to, if y'all never heard any tips from any YouTuber that used to smash the dog out of chicks that had a dude, you talking to one. I can give you the 411 on what women are really looking for from dudes, man. And that grooming is one of them. That ain't no lie. He ain't lied about that one. I got more coochie many a day because I was well groomed, clean, smell good. I done smashed many a co-worker in many ladies' rooms, in closets, because I smelled good and I was well groomed. I ain't had no Gucci nothing on. Just because of the grooming. Literally. Y'all think I'm kidding? Literally. They dropping the panties because I was one of the few brothers that was well groomed. Some of y'all got the best brands, and you the dude. You looking crazy out here. You got a pocket full of money. You got the best brand on, and you wonder why I can smash your chick at will. Y'all think I be saying this as a joke. That's the funny part. Y'all think that because I'm married now and I done settled down, I'm in another country. Man, I was, bruh. If you only knew how much being a well-groomed dude. I'm not talking about prissy. I'm not talking about what y'all saying in the States, sassy. I'm not talking about metro. I'm talking about women are saying this about what they want. I'm not saying what I would want as a man. No, I'm saying women are saying, y'all need to take care of that, bruh. I've had Andrea many a day. Yeah, you got you see that spider leg coming out your nose? Go ahead, take care of that player. You think what? Andrea be like, Andre, I know you ain't had no time in a couple weeks, but those eyebrows, take care of that player. Thank you very much. Appreciate you though. I love you. I appreciate you, Andre. Andrea ain't got no problem, and other Colombian women ain't got no problem with telling the man, get them damn eyebrows together. Andrea will sit me down. Let me see your ears. Let me see them ears. We ain't going over to my family house with them ears looking like that. American women ain't never said nothing to me about no ears or nostrils, but women in other countries, they care about your grooming, bruh. They really do. I kid you not. That's one thing I have learned. Now, I'm not saying women in the United States want their men to be sloppy. Do not think I'm saying that. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, since women in other countries don't focus on brands as much as we do, like if you wore a Gucci belt in the United States, it's he got the Gucci belt along with the Gucci shoes, and he got the Versace shirt. Okay, cool. If you wear a Gucci belt in Colombia, it's like, ain't nobody gonna get that special look. You can walk around with the Gucci shirt on. They be like, all right, let's rob him. That's the most you gonna get. Ain't nobody gonna throw you the coochie no faster because you got a Gucci shirt on. In the States, you get that. In South America, ain't nobody name how many dudes y'all know got the coochie because he got a Gucci shirt on. In South America, I don't care what city. Ain't nobody running up on you because you got a Gucci or Versace shirt on in South America. Ain't nobody saying, I'm going to get him the coochie. The only ones that's run up on you are scammer chicks and chicks that want to rob you and pay for play. That's it. That's it. So what do they care about in South America? That you are a well-groomed man. Your appearance matters because they care about how you look when they take you over their mother's house, introduce you to their other female friends, and introduce your boys to their female friends. They care about how well groomed you are. Because if you aren't well groomed, you are in Colombia. At least I know this: a man that's not well groomed is an embarrassment to his woman. Now, I'm not talking about poor Colombians, so don't go there. I'm talking about average, everyday working Colombian. If you're not a well-groomed man, you are an embarrassment to your woman. Because I take care of myself, people compliment Andrea. They don't even compliment me. They compliment her. I see your work, girl. I see what you're doing. I see your man. Girl, I saw your man the other day looking good. You got what they say in Colombia, you got a heavy hand. Men and women say that. When your woman is looking good, I see you, bro. You got a heavy hand. Oh, I see your husband. He looking good. You got a heavy hand. But I'm hooking you guys up, man. I know a lot of you guys get ready to go to work, so I'm going to let you guys go in a second. But I'm telling you, the brother is 100% correct on that grooming. That one, you cannot duck or dodge that one in South America. You would get the coochie faster than just throw some money out there. But that being well groomed in South America, that would get you a long way. He said regular bottle of cologne in Brazil will be like buying a bottle of Creed here. Yep. Because not everybody walking, dude. I know I'm the best smelling man in the mall. I know that. Every blue moon I walk across the Colombia now, I'll be like, oh, I see you, bro. What you got on? Okay, what's that scent? Oh, okay, you rocking the so-and-so and so-and-so. I see you, brother Colombian. Every blue moon. But me, ain't nobody gonna smell better than me. Not in this country. No. We gonna have a battle royale. We're gonna have a battle royale who got the best sense on. No. I find a few Colombians that have a scent on. Oh man, that's nice. But most of them, nah. So what's my point? When you do have cologne on, I mean a nice cologne that works with your scent, bruh, they love it. Love it. You say stick up kids in South America. Andrea was telling me about the new way they're doing. Oh, look out for this. In Colombia, especially if you're getting in and out of a car or you got a rental car. This is very important, guys. I mean this. I wish I'd have said this earlier. We got 89 people here. When you come to Colombia and when you get ready to get in a car and you notice that they have, like some, you got to the club and then some clubs, they'll have that card. They'll put it on your windshield for the other club, or they'll put it on your window, and you just kind of reach for it and just kind of throw it on the ground. Don't do that. Get a napkin, or I don't know what you need to do. Don't touch that card. Here in Colombia now, they're putting the drugs on the card. Like that card that say, hey, come to our club. They're putting the drugs on those now. They're also taking towel or tissue or a note, putting it on your windshield. Like, here's my phone number. I saw you, and here's my number. And they put it on your windshield. Don't touch that note. They're putting they're dipping that paper in the drug, letting it dry after they've already written on it, of course. As soon as you touch it, now they rob you. You're on the ground. This Colombia. Ain't nobody gonna stop because they see somebody on the ground. Not initially. Not after a while, if they see you on the ground for like a few minutes, they'll be like, hey, call the police. Somebody's been on the ground for a few minutes. They'll do that. But by that few minutes, by the time the police get there, you've gotten robbed. And a lot of times they steal your vehicle too. They're also doing this here in Colombia. They'll take a towel, just a regular face towel, put it over your mirrors. You got your rear view mirrors. Now ours are like some of you guys. Ours retract, but for those that don't, they'll put them right on the rearview mirror. And what you think you're doing? What is this? Let me throw this away. Get this towel off of my rearview mirror. As soon as you touch it, you out. So I'm gonna give you guys heads up on some of the things that they're doing lately around here in Colombia. So yeah, you got to look out for those little things, man. And the biggest scammers in Colombia are now the tech guys, the hackers. They pay the women to get your phone so they can go in, empty your bank account, get as much cash as they need from your credit card, if your cash allows for credit card release, and your bank account. So your bank account, your crypto, all that is gone. Why? The young chick that took your cell phone, do you really think that she knows anything about hacking your phone? Now, I want you to really start to think about how this thing is going down in Colombia. Sean, do you really think that the chick, that airheaded pay-for-play chick that you met in whatever club in Medellin, she knows how to she knows how to enter into bank accounts. She knows how to empty a crypto account. Really? She knows how to drain your cash from your credit card and then send everything to a private crypto account. She knows how to do that. Do you really think that these chicks that's robbing you did that? No. What they do is they pay her for the phone. They may pay her a couple $100s for your phone. She done robbed you. They done pay her a couple $100s for the phone. The hackers in Colombia, because y'all don't think there's any nerds in Colombia. I don't know why y'all think all Colombians are working in the coffee fields. Y'all act like there's no college educated nerds, hackers, IT people in Colombia. Like Colombia ain't got no IT, no nerds, no hackers, none of that. They don't got their own nothing. It's just all people that work in the coffee fields. That's what y'all think Colombia is. Amazon jungle, huh? Like the only hackers in the world are in Europe and the United States. They don't have no IT, no conventions here in Colombia. Like there's no classes to teach how to hack some shit in Colombia. But every time you turn around, all your crypto gone. Every time you turn around, somebody got robbed. They got robbed of their phone and the bank accounts got empty within 20, 30 minutes after the phone ended up being missing. And you got to get it back through your bank. But yet the Colombians still got that money. I'm telling you, be protective of your dude. It's not about the coochie anymore, man. The game is bigger than you getting some coochie. And that's why I often say this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart before I let you guys go. I don't think guys need to be coming to Colombia anymore if you don't know how to act. Shout out to my man Wade. He said, I love foreign women. They care about men's health. This is true. Now, that is true. And hunger. That is definitely true. Did you eat? Dude, it has not been a day that has gone by where if Andrea is gone before I wake up, she doesn't ask me, did you eat and what did you eat? Okay, if you haven't eaten, I'm on my way home to cook. Every single day. Make sure that he eats well and healthy. That is so true. Shout out to Ronald in the building as well. Shout out to you. He said, what's the name of the tracking plan? I don't know what that is. What's the name of the track planning or plane? Oh, the track plane. You know what, the song? You know what? I don't know. I use Epidemic Sound. Epidemic Sound is a website that you go to that you can use. Like a bunch of us YouTubers use it, and they have like thousands upon thousands of songs, and you have the copyrights to use those songs on your YouTube videos as well as your YouTube channel. Yeah. So I go to Epidemic Sound, man. They've got thousands of songs of every different genre. How bad are the places that you are going to, Dre? Oh, no, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about those other dudes. Dude, you know I'm bougie. Y'all know I go to only places that got security guards, a lot of them. They got dudes that's watching our vehicles. I'm funny style, man. I don't be going to no broke spots. You see, I ain't been in a barrio. That has to be I don't go to them spot. The only time that we've gone to barrios and we'll take a taxi. It's not bad barrios. It's a barrio. It's like we'll go visit Andrea's grandmother. That's like she's like 95 right now. So we'll visit her a lot with the rest of the family. But every once in a while we'll take our truck. But for the most part, we'll take a taxi. But I'm not a barrio dude, so yeah. Yeah, here in Colombia, man. I'm telling y'all should know, man. Y'all should know better. I'll be taking y'all to some spots that what? No security. What? No, man, we ain't eating here. No, I'm funny style, man. He said, women in the West, shout out to you, Wade. He said, women in the West want a waste man. Since they do not want to love a man and take care of them, that's why they're like that. That could be true, bro. That could be true. My man GJ in the building. He said, remember Ruth was in full submission. Yes, when she met her Boaz, that's a good point. Ruth was a very submissive woman. If you read like the first, see, it's kind of funny. Women want to talk about like chapter 4, chapter 5 of the book of Ruth, when she met Boaz and fell in love. Nobody wants to talk about like the first 3 chapters when it laid down the foundation of the character, the inner heart, the person who Ruth was, the good woman that Ruth was. Ruth took care of her mother-in-law when they were flat broke. Ruth's husbands died. Her husband's brother dies, and the father dies at the same time. They're in the land where Ruth was born. Ruth's mother-in-law looks at her and say, excuse me, guys, looks at her and Ruth's sister-in-law, because both sons died, and said, listen, I'm going back to Israel, where my people from. Y'all don't owe me nothing. You know, all 3 of us had our husbands die at the same time. If y'all leave, I understand. I'm an old lady. Y'all ain't got to take care of me, but I'm going back to my homeland. The one, excuse me, daughter-in-law said, well, I'm gonna stay here in my own homeland. I might find me another husband. I'm gonna stay here with my people. Cool. Ruth said, listen, she said, wherever you go, mother-in-law, that's where I'm going. If you going to Jerusalem, old lady, we ain't got no money. We ain't got nothing. But if that's where you going, that's where I'm going. And Ruth was the humblest of women when it came to going out, getting some money, getting some food, and take care of that old lady. So when it's time for her Boaz, who she met, she was already attractive. She had already been a wife before. She knew how to take care of somebody because she was taking care of the old lady, her mother-in-law. And so she had a humble heart. Women don't want to talk about all that part. The first 3 chapters of the book of Ruth, all they want to talk about is finding your Boaz part. A rich man who loves them some you. But there was a reason why that man loved Ruth. The first 3 chapters. He said one scam I know is that they fake RQ codes at the restaurants. Wow. Wow. I didn't know about that one. He said in the background, like David Sanborn, Earl Clue. Boy, you hit me with the Earl Clue. You hit me with the Earl Clue. These are some of my favorite jazz dudes. I've seen these guys in concert. David Sanborn, Earl Clue, Dave Cos. Shout out to Dave Cos. I used to listen to Dave Cos on the radio, his radio show. Kenny G, yes, sir. And Grover Washington. Man, listen. I know what I'm going to be listening to tomorrow. I'm going to make me a YouTube and it does give you that, yeah. And let's not forget about Boney James, as well as Down to the Bone. Oh man, that's one thing I miss, man. The Clearwater Jazz Fest in Florida every summer. He just named off my jazz playlist. He really did. I even throw some old school George Benson off in there, but I'm really like I said, I went through this jazz fusion phase, and then I went through the contemporary jazz phase. Man, I love jazz. I was raised on jazz. I mean, the Detroit Jazz Festival, major festival every year. Detroit jazz state radio stations were just as big as the R&B and the hip hop stations. Jazz in Detroit is like, that's the one I could say this. When it comes to music, there is no other city in the United States that you would have wanted to be raised in other than Detroit. Everybody's city had a reason for this and that and that. I got you to be in this. LA have a reason to be in LA. New Yorkers got y'all reason for you got to be raised in New York. I got you. But when it comes to the appreciation of music across the country and across genres, nobody, and I mean nobody, did it like and does it like Detroit, because we're right in the middle. So we were getting all that New York music. We were getting all that rock and roll coming out of Boston. So we're listening to the Boss. At the same time, we're listening to what's the one? Oh my goodness, I'm having a brain cramp on one of the greatest rock groups there was. The one that sang "Living on a Prayer." Living on a prayer. Oh, we're halfway there. Bon Jovi. So we're listening to rock. We're listening to the B-52s, Mesopotamia, Private Idaho. Come on, B-52 fans. We listen to country music. We're listening to hip hop coming through. Come on, Chicago, Chi-Town bringing that house music, House the Nation. DC Go-Go. My first true hip hop album coming from LA. Dude, we're listening to the word. Yeah, see, y'all got Dr. Dre when he got with NWA, not Detroit. Detroit's Dr. Dre is the world-class Wrecking Crew. Egyptian Lover, Arabian Prince, anyone? Siberian Nights. Come on now. All that coming out of the West Coast. We got the banging bass coming from Miami. We got MC Shan in Atlanta. Where you from? From Atlanta. From Atlanta. Where you stay? In Atlanta. In Atlanta. In Atlanta. In Atlanta. Way back when. Shout out to MC Shan. Man, we got them ghetto boys coming up from Texas with that Texas sound. All that is in Detroit. We got Minneapolis with Prince and Gary, Indiana with the Jackson 5. And then we got our own Motown sound. I'm telling you, we got Philadelphia with Hal Melvin and the Blue Notes coming through, along with Patti LaBelle coming from Philly. I'm telling you, every Detroit. And then you got jazz coming through. So all the heavy metal groups, some of you people keep forgetting that Madonna was a drummer, was in a band on the outskirts of Detroit. Y'all better do your homework on Detroit when it comes to music, genre, and appreciation. I would not have wanted to be raised in any city because you being right in the middle of the country, we could enjoy every sound. Every sound. That's why my palette of music is so diverse. Man, I'll listen to an opera one day, classical music another day, country music another day, and then I'm listening to the best of hip hop another day. I kid you not. Shout out to Detroiters with the electrifying mojo at night with the Midnight Funk Association in the Star Wars. Come on, all you Detroiters already know what I'm talking about.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with
Don't
me.
play with the Detroiters with the Midnight. Welcome to the Midnight Funk Association. If you're in your bed, dance. If you're in the what do you say, in the tub, you in the shower, splash. If you are in your car, pull over to the side of the road or flash your lights. It is time for the Midnight Funk Association. You are listening to the electrifying mojo. Tonight we got Star Wars, the wars between Michael Jackson and Prince. We want you to call in. Dial in at blah, 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 blah. Tonight it's Prince. He'll play 2 Prince songs while we're calling in. And then he'll play 2 Michael Jackson songs. And then he'll play 2 Prince songs. And then 2 Michael Jackson songs. And the phone's blowing up because Detroiters are calling in for the Star Wars. And I'm your host, the electrifying mojo. This is WGPR, Detroit. Stop me when I'm lying, Detroit. Shout out to my man Sean in the building. He said that same thing happened in the States. Oh, man. He said they use fentanyl to knock people out after they after you touch it. Yep. They do that down here. They're starting to do that. So you just got to be careful. Andrea told me about that today, that it happened to a few people. And then some other dudes got robbed this week in Medellin just a couple of days ago. 2 dudes got robbed in Medellin. I'm not going into detail because another YouTuber is going to be interviewing the guy, so I'm not going to go into any details about it. 2 brothers, one that been in Medellin 3 times. I told y'all veterans are the easiest prey. And the other one had never left the country of the United States ever. Bam. He got. But I ain't gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna say much about it because I'm gonna leave the interview and the details up to the YouTuber. But yeah, 2 dudes just got like 2 days ago, 2-3 days ago. Shout out to my man Will Thrill. He said 116 work days left to retirement. Man, count down. He said an American Colombia just took down the NK network. Hey man, I'm telling you dudes, man, y'all keep on sleeping on Colombians. Shout out to my man Jay in the building. He said, you're talking king about DC Go-Go. What about Be More Club? Man, come on now. Be More, New York, and Chicago house and club music converged in Detroit. I ain't sleeping on Be More house music and club music. Oh, yes, sir. Man, listen, if I was in the States right now, I would have no problem with going to a house party club music. And it would be having that it would have that Be More, and it had that Chicago, and it had that New York house music. Man, please. Yes, sir. Gotta put respect on Be More's name. Yes, sir. He said, Colombia is scary if you don't keep your head on the swivel. I can even say this. Jay. Colombia, because Colombia is really not that scary. It's no scarier than the United States. I'll say this. The same common sense that you used in the States, you used in Colombia. I have in 6 years never come close to an incident. I've been robbed several times in the States. I have robbed and I have been robbed. I've had people tell me, check it in, bruh. You know what this is. And I'll have check it in, bruh. You know what this is, bruh. I have had more. Let's put it like this. If I get robbed every day for a week in Colombia, it will not even equate to all the Amazon packages you all have stolen from me in the United States. I'll say that again. If I get robbed every day for a week in Colombia, it still wouldn't add up to the amount of money that I have lost and you Amazon package pirates in the United States. Let's not judge, shall we? Shall we? I'm still kind of salty about Amazon packages that I couldn't trust. I'm racing home from work because I know I can't trust my fellow Americans when it comes to an Amazon package. I'm trying to come up with new ways and new places where if I get the on Amazon, they tell you, well, what would you want us to leave the package? I'm trying to come up with new bushes in my area. If you had it behind the bush and then put an X over here and then put it by a rock and then put another X on that rock, and I can look for clues, and then I'll be able to find my own Amazon package. That's how I'm feeling, like it got to be a treasure map to find my own Amazon package so it don't get stolen in the States. Man, if y'all don't sit y'all dangerous. Do you see what y'all be doing with road rage? The most you gonna get with Colombians, a couple of us might look at each other, cuss each other out in Spanish and keep it pushing. Not in the States. Y'all like kaplaya, kaplaya, kaplaya. On the way to work, y'all trying to take people's head off? Are you really want to go there? Y'all got more, what's that, Cadillac converters? People just going up under y'all cars. Y'all wonder why y'all cars running raggedy now. They done stole parts from up under your car. Do you really want to go there about America? Y'all taking car parts like they body parts. This is how important this is. Please. Yeah, the same wisdom that I use in the States, I use it here, and I never come close. I stick to my routine. Get up in the morning, have breakfast, go to the gym. And if you guys are in town, I might meet you guys throughout the day. I come back, I go to work, get to work here, doing what I need to do. Then I might get some rest, or I may get some reading in, take care of what I need to take care of. Then I might go back to the gym later on that evening. But we got a terrace, and I've got weights and exercise equipment upstairs. So I'll go up to the terrace, and I enjoy the sun going down while I'm exercising. And we got, the exercise bikes and stuff like that. So I might just go upstairs. See, when you live, like I said, when you live in the country, you got different routines. And then when it's the weekend, it's time to hang out, go to some great restaurants and things like that. That's what Andrea and I do. We'll be in the mood to go out to a really nice restaurant we found on Instagram, and we'll go to those exotic private restaurants throughout the week. But yeah, routine will save you. See, when you're on vacation, you ain't got no routine. Why? You don't live in that place. So you don't have a routine. That makes you victim. You're easy prey. That doesn't mean that let's put it like this. Most crimes that happen in Colombia happen to Colombians. Just like most crimes that happen in the United States happen to Americans. So the same swivel that we have to use in the States, which is a good point, it's the same swivel that we use here in Colombia. I kid you not. He said, I got to run, Dre. Great show. I got to run too. Let me let you guys go. It's been 4 hours. It's been 4 hours. Let me make sure I hit all the super chats. I think I got everybody. Shout out to DC, Go, and Be More Music. Shout out to all you guys that are here. If I didn't get to your comment, blame it on my head, not my heart. Let's go out with the intro. The intro that we usually use as the outro. Here we go. Let's use this one.
Like so. Yeah. Yeah. Like it or love it, it's double or nothing. You ain't getting money, then you bugging. Damn fat, you know I'ma hug it. Loads by the truck. Up the budget, cashing it in, damn I'm a bucket. OD, you know I overdoes it. If it ain't moolah, we cannot discuss it. Her name ain't Erica, she finna bust it. Her name ain't Mega, but yeah, she a stallion. The way that we dressin' ran out of Italian. New chain bustin', peep the medallion. Pour your own troubles out by the gallon. Her name ain't Lotta, but she from the south. Her name ain't Ruby, she got a big mouth. Putting it in, she sticking it out. Putting it in, she sticking it out. She like salsa, one in a hole, just like a golfer. If you ain't leeching, what can you offer? Ain't got it, they just be talking. Ain't got it, they just be talking. They gon' tell you what you wanna hear. Yeah, put you in a nice pair. Best if you don't listen.
All this shit from me, I'm making her wet. It's double line, you know we the set. They know we up next, that's why they upset. Diamonds on me, and you know it's baguettes. Falling so hard, man, I need me a rap. If you ain't on time, then you getting left. Can't live in the past, ain't got no regrets. Ain't looking for love, just want me. Like it or love it, still gotta respect it. How you in first, but you coming in second. They watching your next, so you gotta protect it. Running it up and we breaking the records. You gave us your last, you should've just kept it. Eyes on me as soon as I step in. The eye on me, you know what I'm repping. It's eyes, so yeah, you know what we dressing. Our blessings is coming, they know that we destined. Like it or love it, they know how we coming. Just send us the budget, send us the budget. She wanna second, my hands on her weed. She tell me don't touch it. What you doing? We bringing them vibes, they know we don't force it. Tell them don't rush us. Don't rush us at all. Hate us or love us, it really don't matter. Ain't holding no grudges. Like it or love it, it's double or nothing. You ain't getting money, then you bugging. Damn fat, you know I'ma hug it. Loads by the truck, up the budget, cashing it in. Damn I'm a bucket. OD, you know I overdoes it. If it ain't moolah, we cannot discuss it. Her name ain't Erica, she finna bust it. She want me to touch her, I'm making her cream. Like she a Russian, she for the team. She bring her cousins, I'm bringing my brothers. Now it's the scene and we all for bean. Like it or love it, I had you just dub it. Ain't no in between, no in between. She for the streets, feeling so geek. She for the streets, feeling so geek. Like it or love it, they know